I read a
That's
story.
interesting.
Actually, I read two, so it's getting closer to maybe being something that's a fact. So
We're live.
So like something naturally occurring.
Oh shit.
yeah.
Anyways,
So
we're live.
Yep, we're live. Sorry, I saw us come on.
It's all right. You guys keep talking.
Yeah, no. So I mean, that's
It's no big
what I'm
deal.
hearing is that people maybe you had some level of exposure, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. But you know, you don't know. People pick. It could be the same story that two people ran with, so who knows? But interesting idea, I guess. So that's why they're saying now maybe if you were exposed, you only need one shot. Is what they're saying now.
Really?
I don't know. Could be fuzzy math too, right? Get to your number quicker.
I don't know how you legitimize that to a company. You roll it out. You tell everyone it's 2 shots, and then you start telling people, well, you know what?
Maybe you only need one. Yeah.
It's like a car dealership telling you maybe you don't need the extra coat on your paint job. You know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You don't need the clear coat. No, you need the clear coat on the car. You need the fucking clear coat.
I was actually vaccinated on Wednesday.
Fuck
Really?
you. Which one did you get?
Moderna.
The Moderna. Okay. We'll see how you do with the second shot. You definitely had it because you came.
Killing me, dude.
I invited you into the bubble, and you got everybody in my house sick with your family.
What are you talking about? When? Oh no, that was you fucker.
No, you were sick first. How could it be me?
How was I?
You were sick first, and then we got.
Well, yeah,
sick.
but 2 days after I left your house, I started feeling like
That's
shit.
how it works. You have
Your
to
wife
have
is
it
patient
to know
zero.
how it works.
Yeah, your wife is patient zero. It's her fault.
No, I don't know about that. That's questionable.
I'm telling you, you were like 3 days ahead of us.
Oh, you felt sick after that? You weren't sick.
Yes,
you were fine. You just didn't feel like playing with us. It's all right.
Well, I got another game on the side.
I know. You got some of those side chicks, and so you could cut all this out of the podcast. You can get rid of the chaff. But I wanted to get live so we can get sort of like within the only 8 minutes late, 9 minutes or so late. So that's a record for us, and we're live. And of course, I don't even have my phone on me, so I can't even tweet it. I'm supposed to be able to do it from here, but damned if I know.
I'm gonna do it. I'll do it real quick. We'll tweet it out.
Yeah, but the show's Twitter
leverage.
account should do it.
Whatever.
We have a
I mean,
Twitter account,
Mark already knows. Mark's like, Mark followed me like 27 times to make me feel good. So
yeah, I mean, I really should have said, "Hey, gonna be live." But
there you go.
Oops,
you want me to go run and do that? Should I go run and do that? Should I just run and grab my phone? Is it over here?
Yeah, get your phone.
Go for it.
You might as well go.
Yeah, I should let the fans know we're on the air. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have followers. We should. All right.
We have. We don't call them fans. We call them friends.
France.
Oh,
just like that.
It took me that long to get that. Hang on.
They're friends. They're not fans. They're friends.
They're the best. They're the best of kin.
Switch glasses so I don't break my neck.
They were the best of kin. They were the worst of kin.
I don't think that's how that quote goes. but I do feel that at family events at times. I can literally
see our chat room sometimes. Yeah.
Always. So, Mark says always got to have a side piece. Mark has got his second shot, so apparently the mill workers are. How did you get that, Mark? You're not exposed? Are you identified as an essential worker? Or are you connected? I don't know. I got to find my own tweet. I have problems finding my own tweet. Maybe I'll tweet it from the other account, and then I'll find that and then retweet. It's just such a sordid state of affairs here. All right, so I'm going to retweet this, but I'm going to include the link to this. This is riveting.
All right, spread that a bit. Spread that around.
It's riveting. This is riveting broadcasting. I mean, the only person in the room is Mark, really. Anyways, that I see.
That's the best kinds of podcasts, the ones that start tweeting out when the podcast is
yes, on live on the air. Very
Sorry,
professional. I'm going to go and copy, I guess.
I'm just grabbing my dice.
And then did I really retweet it? Undo my retweet and then redo. Sorry. No, I want to comment.
Oh boy.
What I don't even know what I'm doing. And then reply.
I hope
And then
no one tuned in yet.
Go to the other account and then
I hope no one's
retweet it.
listening to this shit. I really do. Can you guys hear me all right? I gotta,
Using our phones, we're retweeting each other and shit.
I'm gonna like my own tweet and then retweet
Holy
it.
shit.
Yeah, that's clout.
Yeah,
That's
I
clout,
mean-
baby.
And then I'm gonna go back and like to my like.
Go
I think I'm
like,
in the
yeah.
ti-
Log into
I think I'm in
log
the time
into
loop.
one of our
I'm in
other
the-
accounts. Everyone log into their other accounts.
I'm in the time loop now. I'm just.
All right, I'm
liking
gonna
my
tweet
retweets.
live on. No, that's love. Live on Twitch. I almost said Twitter. Should I hashtag something?
Hashtag hairy
use the
balls.
Gamma World
Always
one.
do hairy balls. That's what I always do. It gets people's attention.
Hashtag Gamma World.
There's 2 Gamma World ones, so Gamma World and Gamma World RPG.
Gamma World. Oh, there is. Look at you on 2 slot machines. Gamma World RPG. Are there any hyphens or underscores in that? Or
No. All one word. Then it's a good idea to do Sci-Fi Fry.
oh,
Is that a thing too?
look at
That's
this.
a thing.
Sci-Fi Live.
Sci-Fi Fry. All one word.
Sci-Fi Fry. Oh, nope, that's 2 F's. Sci-Fi. Oh, no, there's no such thing as that. It's not coming up. I got Sci-Fi
the
Live came up, but Sci-Fi Fry. I'm gonna go with it though because I believe you. But nothing came up.
I use it.
Oh wait, no, here it is. You know, it just took a
usually
long time for it to
hashtag,
find it.
I
Probably
usually
doesn't have a
also
lot of-
hashtag Hairy Bear Party. Hashtag Hairy Bear Party too. But that gets a whole different crowd in the room.
Live
depends on what
Twitch.
you're looking
Gamma
for.
World.
That's a
Gamma
good
World.
price.
Sci-Fi Fry.
Spice it up a little bit.
And then what do I
The
type
other
now?
corner.
I type Twitch.tv, and I think it auto, if I remember correctly.
TTRPG as well is another big one that the industry
Oh
uses.
yes.
You're gonna run out of characters
Doomsday.
with all these
I might
hashtags.
really. How am I supposed to type all this? Half blind, fat fingered.
Well, the trick with Twitch that works really well for me, first of all, this works better on desktop than it does on the phone. But once you have one that you like, that you've used in the past,
Yes.
go back to it, just copy paste.
What?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't-
That way, if all your hashtags are already in there, you can just copy paste that shit.
That's what I'm gonna do. All right, I tweeted it. I think the link is there, and it shows our little explosion and stuff. I think it worked.
Mark says he's gonna get the second shot on the 22nd. I said, please report back if you actually gain any mutations from it. I just want to know
Yes.
if there's any opportunity.
Let us
for
know what
mutations.
superpowers we could expect.
Yeah. Hopefully not like tumorization. That seems like a bad one.
That would be a bad one.
Or the hirsute horror seems also like a.
Yeah,
My arm was
that's
killing
a
me for
good
3
point
days.
about this game. I
I'll be
couldn't
honest,
believe
2
how
days.
evil those major negative mutations are. Like, I don't know how you could play a character and not become suicidal with that character after getting a major negative. Those major negative mutations are freaking harsh, man.
I think it could get really weird. If you're okay with things being really weird, really fast, I think you could lean into some of them. But yeah, it's. I mean, we played some pretty weird Gamma World games back in the day, and we got really weird.
And I'd love to play it. I think it'd be fine to play it even if you're into death throes, but I'd still be very suicidal. Like my character would be like, you know what, guys? Give me the dynamite.
I
I'll
can
walk
do
it in.
this. I can do this. Okay. All right.
All right,
Are we
is
doing
this
an
the
official
show yet?
read-in,
Or
Nick?
is this the show yet? Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
welcome everyone to another edition of Gamma World on Doomsday Doopy Doo, live from the bunker, and we're of course via video streams, as you can see here. If you were tuning in on these 2 windows here, we may have our video straightened out. So hopefully this stays this way. We have our GM, Chris. Say hello, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
And, of course, player 2, Mr. Mallory. Say hello, Josh.
Howdy.
There we go. That sounded like an intro. So I think that this is episode 67 of Doomsday Doopy Doo, and we are, like I said, playing Gamma World. And we missed the previous week, but we are here now. We had some illness, not illness, but malaise. Would you call it, Chris? We had some malaise.
General. Yeah, malaise is just general malaise.
There was some general malaise.
We took a sick day. We took a sick day.
No. We didn't take a sick day.
I mean, I don't know. You guys could have came on and just chit chatted.
That's true. I don't know. How do we do that? How would we do that?
I don't know. I would probably be happy to watch it.
I'm just trying to make you. I'm just trying to make you feel
convalescence.
I'm just trying to make you feel bad, and it's probably not working.
Whilst I convalesce, I would love to watch the two of you banter. I would enjoy that.
like
I might even chat.
All right. Well, next time,
John Falgar kind of by himself in front of the camera,
I feel like I was cheating on you or something. All right. Well, now I know where I stand. That's okay. All right.
Did not hit the cough button fast enough.
Okay. Let me move this wire a little bit out of my way, and we have. I think we're ready to go. Are you guys ready to go?
Let's do a bit. I want to call leading into this, just some warm-ups. What are we drinking? What are you drinking, Nick?
Oh. I am drinking.
I'm gonna make a stinger.
I'm drinking the last
one.
I'm making this the last one of the season. This is my this is Rittenhouse Rye and local apple cider. That's it on the rocks.
It looks like, why are you drinking the last?
And I'm drinking a big one. There's a lot of apple cider in here. And this is also a double. So this is a double with a lot extra apple cider because I really like local apple cider. And it's kind of a cold night, sort of. Not that cold, but I think it's going to start getting warmer. So time to kick it and get ready for some summery drinks. What are you having?
Josh, what are you drinking?
So I'm having, glad you asked, actually. I'm having a couple of Unibrews from Quebec.
Oh,
Unibrews.
Right? And I bought two of these because the second one I tend to drink most. I like it a lot. It's called The End of the World. Yeah, I thought it's kind of appropriate for Gamma World.
That's
and
pretty
the first
cool.
one I saw today, I was like, I never tried this one, so I'm going to try it now. They're both Belgian IPAs. One's a little bit more stout than the other one, the End of the World one. This one is called Ce n'est pas la fin du monde, or It is not yet the end of the world.
Oh, no. Good.
So I'm drinking that one first. It's pretty heavy, and then I'll drink the other one afterwards. It's both Belgian IPAs.
Very nice.
Very
you, Chris?
international and in another language, so that's good.
And you, Chris?
Like I said, we're now 37.9% more international. And I'm drinking a Kalamazoo stout.
Nice.
Getting to the end of my stout season, so I'm going more towards the lighter beers, as the summer. And I also have and Nick, you and I talked about this, but when I get to the hard stuff, I have the well, you're not going to see it, but my key is fucking
Old elk.
The old elk.
That looks good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Man.
Yeah, the tasting notes sounded good on that guy.
Just kind of want to reach across my screen here.
I feel like I want to share it with you, like it's like a fellowship. It's like
I gotta pick a d20.
Like
I'm gonna
doing
go with this one.
the consecration. It's like taking communion. We drink bourbon together. Maybe one day.
Yeah, one of these days. But we're drinking together now.
Yeah,
I'm banned from entering the United States.
You are?
I've seen some of your tweets, so maybe you could see you might be on a list somewhere.
It came close a couple of times, but no, I'm good. I don't like messing with the federales down south.
The federales.
Gotta be careful.
Is that what you call the U.S. police?
That's what I call them.
Right. What happens when you get to Mexico? It's just like going to.
I mean, I don't know about you, but border agents are just tough sons of bitches, right? Like, no matter what border it is, if there's an actual border crossing, those guys they take their job seriously.
They put up with a lot of shit, though, dude. I mean, honestly. Yeah. They put up with a lot of shit.
And unless they're tough, they're not going to find shit, right? Like, they have to be good detectives when it comes to that stuff. The questions they ask you and stuff.
Plus, they couldn't cut it as a real cop, so there's that.
We might want to cut that one out.
I'm okay
good.
with that.
We're good.
I'm not going anywhere. I don't even leave my house.
Leave us alone, border agents.
Yeah. Fuckers. Let me throw it out to Mark.
Are you guys?
Mark,
are you guys done yet?
Mark?
Are you? I wanted to recap.
What?
I want to play this game. But go ahead.
We're
I'm going to ask Mark.
Just give it a minute.
You want to
warm up
Mark?
a
You
little
want to
bit.
warm up a little bit? Okay.
A little warm up.
All right. So Mark, what are you drinking? Anybody else in the chat? Are you stretching?
I'm stretching. I'm warming up. Yeah.
You wear his green hat with a green key behind him.
It's Kelly Green. It's not the same color. It's not keyed. The cat is not keyed.
Your hands.
The problem, the white shirt is a worse choice than the green hat. To be honest with you,
it appears to be, but at least the light's not going in anymore.
I just want to be in Disembodied Head, like in The Adventures of Baron Munchausen and Robin Williams. You know, I just want to be a floating.
G Mark is representing the caffeine with an iced coffee.
An iced coffee? Mark, nice. You don't drink? You don't drink?
No, maybe he doesn't. Leave the guy alone. He's drinking iced coffee. I should probably be drinking iced coffee, but I'm not. All right.
It's pretty good too.
Iced coffee is pretty sweet.
All right. So Nick's anxious to get started.
Well, yeah, you know what? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I guess I am.
Well,
it was if I remember correctly, it was an interesting situation, and I wanted to kind of get into it. Yeah, I kind of want to know what happens next, and so I'm a little bit on the edge of my seat. And
I know,
like
I'm kind of dragging it out for that reason.
Missed last week, and I guess you're trying to build it up, but
a little bit. Well, I just think we need to have some bits going in. So I thought, what are you drinking is a good bit. And then I'm going to do the XP award. So I want to give Mr. Mallory.
So when you're doing bits, you usually don't advertise that. Okay, this is a bit, and I think we should do this bit. Usually, you just do the bit.
Well, but
it's kind of like saying it's kind of like a comedian getting on stage and going, "Okay, I'm going to tell you a joke." It's like kind of like it's a little.
Explaining it now, the bits were doing well, just fine a moment.
I guess you're right.
But I'm saying just
maybe I'm making it worse.
It's a bit. Maybe that's a bit too. I'm just saying maybe it's a bit. But now if I broke
if this was a bit and I said that this was a bit, that would ruin the bit.
I think you bringing up
our bits.
Yes.
Keep your bits to yourself. I think you mentioning my bit is actually also a bit because we've done this before too. So I think this is a bit. You don't even know it.
Why don't you guys ever talk about my bits?
Because your bits are north of the border. It's too cold up there. Everything's,
You have those cold bits.
Kind of just goes. It's cold. You go
into
like protection mode. Warmth protection mode. I'm not insulting your bits. I'm not talking about the size of bits. I'm just saying.
I got good bits.
I'm sure you got kids. You got fine bits.
I got great bits.
Nick's not enthused by this. He just wants to play the fucking game.
No, that's not it. Your video just went, even though we're using the new codec.
Is it?
Oh, it did?
Oh, yeah. Man. Yeah, mine went wonky.
Yeah. Anyway.
So maybe it's the OBS.
Yeah.
So anyways,
we'll update OBS.
Another one of my bits that I'm not supposed to mention is I'm going to give XP up front, and I want to give Mr. Mallory some XP for all of his. I just feel like he.
Well, we know how much you like Mr. Mallory more than me. It's all right.
Damn right.
It's all right. No, it's a known thing at this point.
Something you don't say out loud. It's like I like one of my kids.
I want to just put it on Front Street. But go ahead,
man. You got a curry. Did
I get any XP? What's that?
Yeah.
You got a curry favor from the DM. It's the only way you're gonna get luck in this game.
It's always the new side piece that gets more use than the old side piece.
I guess, yeah.
It's not that I don't come to your room sometimes.
You want some strange.
The original sister wife, though.
All right. Just
I go to the younger one's room a few more, but it's
just give him the extra XP already, for Christ's sake.
He knows you're old reliable.
Yeah, I know what I got.
I'm not going anywhere. It's like I'm like the fucking spare tire in the trunk.
Take it for granted a little bit, but
well, it's all right. Just give him the fucking extra XP.
You
don't have to do it in front of me. You can at least fucking
extensively.
You can at least go elsewhere and do it. You don't have to do it in my fucking face. You could give away the XP. You could give him regular XP and then call him after the show and give him the extra XP.
Well, he used his powers a million times. I feel like he should get XP for that.
It could be argued though in a few ways though, because I made a contact in meeting Meecho. If Meecho hadn't brought me to them, I would have never used my powers to gain all those XPs.
Or maybe I just want to encourage Meecho to be a little more active in the episode instead of kind of like floating around in the background, just
Yeah, I mean, what was I supposed to do? Well, he was charging up and he was rolling. He did 8-9 rolls in a row. He had like I said, he went full mash.
No, you could have like hooked up with one of the locals, had a family. I don't know. Anything.
Really?
Sky's the limit.
I don't know. Like what? Like I said, I don't know what happens. And I role playing is. I'm getting. Listen. I've been role playing now a little bit. I mean, not obviously not like you guys have, but I mean, like I'm still a noob, but I still don't know. If I'm fully playing it, like if someone's doing something like that,
fine.
am I supposed to
trust your instincts?
Yeah.
And
well, this guy's giving me a complex, and he's giving out extra X points, extra XP to you like every week, and just ignoring me like I'm some piece of shit.
Wait! That's never happened. Not one time.
You like him better, and that's it. It's okay.
All got the same XP.
It's
what the
okay.
fuck are you talking about?
No, you gave him extra XP.
And actually,
you gave
before
extra
Josh
XP
came, we
last
weren't even
for
doing XP.
For
just giving you levels
for role playing, and then what else were you saying? You were saying how he must be
It's much better when we
exhausted.
fight for points.
It's all right. Go ahead, give him the extra XP.
Okay,
just tell me the little measly points I got, and then just give him
300 XP to Gryffindor.
Which one's Gryffindor?
Not you.
Okay. What am I?
You are Hufflepuff, and you get 50
fuck
XP.
Just tell me what I got.
50 XP.
I have
Josh gets 300 for using his power that much.
I have 50 XP for what? I didn't really do anything.
Okay, that's decent.
For committing mass genocide to a town.
Okay. That's right. He wouldn't even be healing these people if I didn't poison them to begin with, so there's that.
Yeah, it's all part. You guys are all part of the same process.
Yeah. So.
And but I like this because it sets as precedence too that whenever we use our powers, we should be given appropriate
That's what
amounts
you
of
think,
XP,
Josh.
right?
That's what you think.
Dude, I think.
And also, out of all of us here, all of us here, who are the two with powers?
But like, I'll give you an
two.
example. Like that time where Meecho got into the bunk with that guy and just started going toe to toe and beating the crap out of him after he just like realized, oh my god, Gears is in the room, and he just started wailing on him. Right? I mean, that is totally like that's Meecho's power. That's
I didn't get any XP for that.
Clever. It's clever.
I didn't get any XP for that.
You actually did.
And not only did I not get any XP for that, but you didn't say how much is that. I didn't get any XP for learning the English language by recuperating on a bunk.
Anyway, suffice to say, doing interesting things.
I learned to read.
Means that we'll get good results.
Yeah, I gave you XP.
You gave me XP for learning to read?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. And Mark likes my. What are you drinking? Icebreaker. We could maybe share different local beers that we like. I think that's great. And Mark, great idea. I love you.
Yeah.
And you complete me.
Yeah. Mike says Mark says I'm the
subject of the best memes. Yeah, you should be dancing.
I'm the fucking
That's the worst
I'm the
meme.
Easter egg at the end of the fucking show.
I was just looking at it thinking, because I just pictured Danzig as Meecho. I know you hate it. And then I'm sitting there going,
I'm not even a Danzig fan. I wish I was, but I'm kind of not.
Z13. Well, Danzig's kind of a dick, but it's another story. But anyway, so 300 for Mallory.
But you want to talk for another 20 minutes on how Kevin Smith cried again? I mean, we could do that too.
We could talk about that. But I diffuse
on
that
Twitter.
By
the guy does not cry except on Twitter. Like if he cries, it's on Twitter. I guarantee you, we've witnessed every tear in that guy's life.
I bet we have, yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, maybe if Kurt Cobain was around, maybe he would be crying on Twitter too.
Yeah, no, I doubt it.
I don't know. You never know.
Kurt Cobain would probably be a really salty bitch on Twitter if he was alive right now. He'd probably be like,
nah.
You know what? Today I just don't feel like it.
No, you
like
guys
that'd be the tweet. The whole tweet.
You guys just don't understand. You guys just don't understand.
Hashtag so sad.
You totally don't understand. It's all right.
You're right, I don't get it. Anyway, so where did we leave off in episode 66? You guys,
how much XP did I get for killing Glazer and his sidekick while being under the influence of a Mark has a good. That's a good point, Mark.
It was all accounted in the 2 levels that you gained, which was considerably more than 300 experience. So you're kind of crying like a bitch.
I don't
know. What are you at right now in terms of XP?
Let's see. I was 10,000, 725, 1445, 14,445.
Okay. That's another thing. I'm at 7,008.
What am I saying? 1445 plus 5,000. So 6445. 6450. Sorry. 6,450. I got to get to 10,000.
So yeah, I'm at 7,000, which means I'm getting experience right now faster than you are.
I know. Tell me about it. Don't you? Yeah, that's what I've been complaining about for the past fucking 20 minutes.
But you kind of want that because then it'll bring. I'm a lower level than you. It'll bring me up closer to your level so that we can kind of fight monsters together that are worth that class. Whereas right now, if we fight a monster that you are kind of challenged toe to toe against, I'm at a disadvantage because I'm actually at a lower level. So
Well,
I risk death faster.
You're
fewer
4?
hit
You're
points.
level 4?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, level 4.
Okay.
And Glume only got 25 XP.
Glume wasn't even in the episode. Was he in the episode?
He was in the episode enough.
Give him the 50. We hung out. So,
See, you're now
Who should get
trying to
25?
Make you not feel bad.
yeah, fuck Glume. And
He was the first to disappear.
yeah, he just disappears all the time.
Yep, that's it. Yeah,
All right.
he's the master of the.
I
Irish
said what I
goodbye.
had to say. I mean, Josh is trying to make me feel better, but it's kind of not happening. But all right, go ahead. I
'Cause I'm
appreciate.
not letting
I
him, but
appreciate
that's
it, and listen. I appreciate the thought and the but go ahead.
Okay. So where do we?
I gotta get in
now we're
character here.
43 minutes into the episode. Now we'll do the.
Now
recap.
can we start the show?
Yeah. So well, this is good. This is going to help us be a Twitch affiliate because we need to broadcast for like 40 hours.
Yeah,
I think we can
yes.
do 10 we can do 10 tonight.
Go ahead, go already. God damn it.
Okay. So where do we leave off? You guys were in a really tense situation after you encountered 2 of these large phasing eel things.
Yes.
A bunch of these flying, transforming bird reptile tribes people landed and were confronting you about the damage that had been done to their village. You guys kind of connected the dots to some of the things that happened around Brookdell, and went back and decided that Mr. Mallory could help them. He healed one of the people, the warriors that were with them, who was violently ill, and convinced them that they could go back and do it. And then spent the next several days healing as many people as he could to get them back on their feet. And we kind of guided them away from some of the behaviors that they've been doing, trying to get them away from the poison river while we get some time to investigate. We decided that it was probably better to not wait around too much because as people were getting sick, they were kind of dragging Mallory out of his tent to heal them. So we left, I won't say under the cover of darkness, but we left as quickly as we could. And while camping during Meecho's watch, he was awoken by someone coming up behind him and a gun being shoved into his back. And you turn to see the face of Constable Wayne, the law enforcement individual responsible for Brookdell. And he promptly asked, where the hell you guys have been. And I think that's kind of where we left off. Mallory was waking up. Glume was waking up. It was Constable Wayne and another person behind you and 3 other heavily armed guards on the opposite side of the clearing near Meecho and Glume.
Right. Okay. So yeah, he was looking for his vehicle, right?
Yeah, he said, "Where?"
Oh no, he shackled us up and he was taking us back.
Well, yeah, he pointed a gun at you. He hadn't shackled you yet, but
Oh, okay. I thought okay, so I thought that's the guards were already. Oh, no, he said something like, "Yeah, we had to go with him," something like that. Like he wanted to take us with him. I think is that
yes,
what I remember. Yes. Okay.
I may have given that away in my synopsis that I tweeted. So
okay. No, but that's how the last episode ended. I remember that because I actually listened to it not long
to the end, but I didn't. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, good. Yeah, we're on our way into town. So yeah, good. I'll follow you. Do you have a ride? Oh wait. Well, did you get a new ride? Because she said you're missing a car or something.
He just kind of half laughs at you. He's like, "You're funny. Yeah, I have several rides. I mean, you took one of them.
I didn't take any ride. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a ride. Yeah, let's go this way.
All right. Well, let me wake up my friends here. So I wake up Bloom, and I wake up Mr. Mallory.
Okay.
And so hey,
Who are these people?
this is Constable Wayne. He's from Brookdell, and that's the town we're heading towards. He seems to think I stole his car, but it's a long story. Anyway, we're I think he has a ride, so we could get there a lot quicker and make our way into town.
All right. And so Constable Wayne walks over to you, Mallory, while you're sitting up on your elbow on your bedroll, and he looks down in your face, and you can see he's scarred and grizzled and unshaven, and he looks a little haggard, and he looks right in your face. He goes, "Yeah, I don't know. Him," and he points to Glume, who's still laying on the ground half asleep in a ball. "Him I know, and him I know. You I don't know. So you don't have to come. But you two, you're coming back to Brookdale with me.
What are you going to do with them?
There's somebody there who wants to talk to him."
All right. Well, who's somebody? What's the secret?
Let's pack up your shit. Let's go. Boys, help them pack their shit up.
I look around. I look around.
Okay.
What do I see?
You see Constable Wayne in full armor with an assault rifle, and 4 of his men around the perimeter now with assault rifles in full armor. One of them is the soldier who harassed you in Brookdale, who ended up in the stocks. The guy with the pink mohawk.
Oh,
he kind of smirks. He kind of smirks at you as you make eye contact.
Okay.
So quick question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
What is the rate of nano recovery in the area? Low. So normal means like fuck all. Low, that's the start. That's when we start to build it back up. Then moderate, abundant, rich. I just want to know if I have my points back.
I would say moderate, and it was towards the end of the night, so because we let you sleep,
so I have my
you
points
took
back.
first watch, and then Meecho had the last watch. I believe that's where we arranged it. So
right,
perfect. Thank
right.
you.
So I'm gonna go along. I'm gonna follow him. I mean, I don't like his attitude, but I'm gonna see where this goes. So I'm gonna play along. I'm like, yeah, all right, let's go. Yeah, what?
You want me to come and follow along with you guys?
That's your call. It is the town we're heading towards. So if you wanted to tag along instead of having to make it through the woods here by yourself, Constable Wayne, it's right if he comes, so he's not out here by himself.
I don't care if he comes. I mean, we have a truck, and you want him to come, that's fine.
It's up to you.
He can help you do what you need to do.
But that's where we were headed. All right.
I need a ride to town anyways, right? So fuck it.
Yeah, we all do.
All right, great. You need help packing your shit up, or are you gonna pack it up yourself?
No, I'm good. I'll do it myself and be ready in a few.
Okay.
Constable Dwayne, was it right?
It's Wayne.
Oh, Wayne. Okay, good. Just make sure I got that right.
I'm fair, but I'm firm.
It's good to be firm.
Yes.
I'm firm all the time.
Yeah, well, we'll see what we can do about that.
We have a firm constable. Firm.
So Glume is just not moving in his bedroll, though. He literally pulls a blanket over the top of his head, and he's just not moving. He just doesn't.
Glume, you're going to want to check these guys out.
It's not my turn for watch.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't give a shit. You know what, Constable? You try and wake him up. He's not.
You got to understand, he just finished his watch. This was his turn to go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
fuck tired.
Yeah, could we want coffee? You want a coffee? You want a calf? What time is it? What time of day is it?
It's probably like 4:30 in the morning.
No.
I'd like to ready an action, by the way, just in case anyone decides to pull an aggressive maneuver. I'd like to go first.
Okay.
If I can just keep an eye on everyone, if someone like pulls a muzzle on us or something like that, I just want to go ahead and do something.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, their weapons are slung. I mean, Wayne shoved his barrel in the back of Meecho's back, but once everybody was making eye contact, he slung it. They're all slung, so they're not overtly aggressive, and the assumption is you guys are going to cooperate.
I mean, obviously, yeah. If they were a hit squad, we wouldn't be talking right now.
Yeah. So he grabs Glume by the bedroll and literally yanks it out from underneath him like a magician pulling a a sheet from a table, and leaving him just laying on the cold ground. And then he looks up and then he jolts upright and he's like, ugh. Okay, I'm awake. I'm awake now. I'm awake now. I'm awake now. So he starts rapidly packing his shit up as fast as he can.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Melee Smash is not a feat.
No, Melee Smash is a
Talent.
Talent. Bingo. Yeah. But the feats and talents are pretty much the same damn thing. Okay, the difference is the whole feat system was designed to allow you to pick and choose feats, make combinations and stuff like that. Whereas talents are really like talent trees, like you see in video games. They lead up to something greater. You have to get the prerequisites to get the better ones. They're always trees, right?
I can't find.
But they're essentially the same thing. They're always on in the background. Once you have the talent or once you have the feat, it's just on. It's always operational. You're always able to use it.
Right, because I have Melee Smash here, but I was looking up trying to find what it does. I don't know what it does.
It's +1 to damage, and then improved Melee Smash means +2 to damage.
Okay.
Okay, and here's another good tip. You have a phone, right?
Saving throws. Wait. Melee. I have.
The good thing about the D20 rules is that all of these rules are available online. Okay, so you just have to do a search for D20 Modern Melee Smash. You'll find the rule right there online every time.
I don't even know why I didn't think to do that. I was stuck on the books.
The books are good, but like now everything's online. It's totally searchable. You just write D20 first. That's your prefix. D20 power attack, and you'll find the feat. D20 fly speed, and you'll find those rules.
Okay.
The other thing that's helpful is when you write up the character is if you have the feat, you at least summarize what it does, especially if it has multiple like conditions to it, right? Like, so when I wrote up Glume, I'm like, every feat, every power, I write it up so I don't have to look it up in the book, right? And Josh takes it another level. He puts like the page number and shit so the DM can look it up if anything's in question. Like, that's just like makes things more efficient, right? So we don't have to go back to the books.
Yeah, so I'm going to search D20 talent tree just to see the tree.
Yeah, and in fact, G-Mark just put it in the chat. Melee Smash. A strong hero receives a +1 bonus on melee damage.
Yeah, so now I do have a +1 my miscellaneous modifiers on melee, so I must have added.
That's it. That's from Melee Smash.
And that's once again, yeah, you're right. That should be in your math on your column next to whatever your melee damage is, right? It should be your base attack.
So I did have it.
Bonus plus whatever. Yeah.
Yep, I did have it. All right, sorry to break it up.
No worries. We finagled a lot with your character. I think the last game there, and I think we were able to resolve a few.
We resolved a lot of things here. Yeah,
your character sheet should be pretty up to date right now.
Yeah, it was way different, and when we were done, it was way different. I have my tactical vest on, by the way.
Okay.
I know I didn't mention that, but I would like to have it on.
Yeah, I have to ask you because you're so spotty about when you want to wear it, when you don't want to wear it. So I have to ask you. So okay, it's good to know. All right, so you guys get packed up, and Constable Wayne turns with one of the guys. The other three kind of trail behind you, one on either side of you guys to the rear, and one behind you as he leads you through the woods to the path, and then down the path a little ways. They all flick on lights on their rifles, and so they can, navigate through the dark, so you guys can all navigate through the dark.
Okay.
And after about 5 or 10 minutes, they take you to a little inlet off the path, and they pull some shrubbery off, and you see a very familiar 6-wheeled penis-shaped truck.
Ah, penis.
If you're playing along with a home game, drink.
That's right. The home penis. Yep, you drink at this point. Oh, I've seen one. We're playing with, I've seen one of these. These are your trucks?
Yeah, it looks familiar, right?
Yes, I've seen one of these. I've ridden.
Yeah, we found the burned out wreck that you guys left back the other way. We found what was left of it back there.
There was a burned out wreck of this truck?
Oh yeah, it was all the way over by all these farms over on the other side of the Citadel.
So
toward,
and boys like I do with us.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yeah, you're cute. Okay. So he goes, everybody get in.
Okay.
He hops in the truck and in the passenger seat. The other guy jumps in the driver's seat. and the other 3 guys walk you guys towards the tailgate, and they drop the tailgate, and they motion for you to jump in.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to place myself in a vehicle in a who's the speaker? Constable Wainwright. I want to place myself in a vehicle somewhere where I have line of sight on Constable Wayne for the whole ride.
Okay. So from the back, I don't know if you guys remember, but there's an opening from the bed of the truck into the front of the truck, so you can see through, and you can see Constable Wayne. So you sit behind the driver so that you can get a clear view of Constable Wayne in the passenger seat. Probably, I would guess about halfway up would probably be about perfect for something like that.
Right. And before I get in, I look inside. I mean, what's inside? What do I see inside the vehicle? Yeah, on the bed and in.
There's nothing. I mean, there's some supplies back there. You can see some ammunition underneath the seats and stuff like that, and maybe a toolbox, but nothing significant.
Okay. Any more people? Any more soldiers?
No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I get on.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to try to read Constable Wayne's surface thoughts.
Okay.
Now, Constable Wayne has a defense score for this. It's 10 plus half his character level. Now, you don't need to tell me this, okay? So just in your head. It's 10 plus half his character level rounded down. Okay. That's his defense score. I have to do a ranged touch attack, and I have to get over that defense score. Okay?
But you have to touch him?
No. It's just a roll.
Okay.
I just have to make sure I beat it, and I'm using, but it is considered a ranged attack. So ranged attack roll using my wisdom modifier as the bonus for the attack. I have to reach that DC.
Okay.
Oh, nice. 18.
Okay.
Now he gets to roll, before you tell me anything, he gets to roll a will save DC 20 to see if he notices the intrusion in his mind.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to judge by how close you were to his save, but okay. We'll roll.
It's a DC 20. That's what the rule in the listing says.
So you read his surface thoughts, and he's agitated, he's aggravated, he's concerned, he has general just purpose. He's concerned for his town. He clearly he doesn't have any malaise in his heart, but he has a mission. You can tell that there's something that's driving him.
But nothing murderous per se.
No, not like that. No.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay. So one of the guys goes and sits towards the front of the truck. The other 2 sit towards the tailgate, and they put you kind of between them. And they close the tailgate, and the truck starts up. You hear a familiar electric whine as the truck lights up or starts up, and the lights turn on, and they turn towards the path, and they're slowly moving through the forest. And the truck is kind of bumping up and down. Glume gets in the corner and puts his head down and just kind of dozes off as the truck's driving.
I kind of shoulder you, Meecho.
Yeah.
And I say, I think it's going to be okay.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of know this guy. He's kind of like I think he's a pretty fair guy. I don't know. I think we're gonna be okay too. I mean, I don't know.
How loud are you guys talking? How loud is this?
Just whispering to him.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm kind of like, since the engine's on, the vehicle's going, I'm trying to keep it under the low rumble of that so that it's the conversation between me and him.
Oh, I didn't know you were whispering. Okay, because I was talking out loud. All right, I'll whisper too then, because you're not going to talk out loud to someone who's whispering at you. So yeah, I whisper that. I whisper all that back.
All right, so you guys have a subdued conversation.
Yeah,
they're all kind of looking at you. Like I said, most of the time they're not like you said. They're not like mad dogging you, like they're pissed at you or whatever. But the pink-haired Mohawk one just keeps smirking at you, Meecho, just like.
Yeah, whatever. I don't fuck that guy, man. I know he's fucking. And that guy pushed me, I think, right in town or something, or spit on me. He was something.
Just a dick. He was a dick, yeah.
Yeah, and then he got in trouble for something else that he did to someone else, I think, if I remember correctly.
So I asked Meecho, are you working for these guys?
I'm sorry, am I what?
Are you working for them?
No. I just met them last time I was in town.
They seem to want to know what happened to their vehicle.
Yeah.
Why would they give you a vehicle?
Well, no, they didn't give us a vehicle. And you just watch out for that pink-haired guy. He's not. And I point at him. He's not the.
I read his service thoughts. Can I do that?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So it's the same will DC 20 to notice, but I have to get past his thing, and that's like I said, defense is
Half
10
his
plus one
level
half his
rounded
character
up.
level rounded down. Yeah.
Down, yeah. Gotcha. Go ahead.
And G Mark's
20. Nice.
20,
16
nice.
plus 4, 20.
Okay. Yeah, his thoughts are a lot different than Constable Wayne's. He's just angry. He fucking hates Meecho. He hates everything that Meecho stands for. He hates the way he looks. He hates the way he sounds. He hates the way he smells. He hates the way he walks. He just hates. He hates the way this fucking tree looks different than the next. He's filled just with general hateful thoughts.
Does it seem like he knows he's got some kind of upper hand?
Well, I mean, clearly he's armed and heavily armored, and he feels like maybe he has the upper hand because you guys are outnumbered. So, I mean, I think
That's
could
it?
play into it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to find where that smirk is coming from,
Yeah, and also you can maybe see. Well, it's a surface thought thing, so I'm not going to get into that.
Surface thought, yeah.
So yeah, you're just kind of getting these ideas. It's like, I can't fucking wait. This guy's a fucking piece of shit. Oh man, I can't wait for it. He's gonna fucking get it. Yeah, he's stuck now. I got him right where I want him.
Okay, yeah, and I kind of whispered to Micho, yeah, that guy really doesn't like you.
Yeah, well, I kind of got him in trouble last time I was in town. So. Anyway,
they're not taking us to a killing floor, are they?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I doubt it. No, they didn't. He doesn't seem like.
I mean, then why? Then are you working for them? Like, I gotta ask you again because it sounds like.
No, I'm not. No, not working for them. We were in town, and I met them in a bar. There's this thing with a truck. But no one knew it was his truck. But it was, it's kind of old news, kind of. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, why?
It kind of like
So at a game, have you told me yet how your mom died?
Me? No. Yes. Yes, I did.
So you have told me that, eh?
Yeah. I told you the whole.
So I'm
my
like
whole
trying to piece the pieces together, and I ask him, is that the truck that
gears blew up? Yes. I kind of finished your sentence.
Shit. Yeah, then I mean this sounds really interlaced.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's like I said, I don't know. He thinks we took his truck, and he's pissed. But I mean, like he's, he had a nice town. I don't know what condition it's in now, but I'd like to see what's going on. I don't think he's not the type. He didn't seem the type last time I met him that would be like lining people up and shooting them. Okay. That pink-haired guy, and I point at him again. That pink-haired guy. Like for instance, like he was being a dick, and so he put him like in one of those gauntlets. Is that what it's called? No, not gauntlets. Stockade. Yeah, he put him in like a stockade. Like that's maybe there's a couple of those waiting for me. I don't know, but I doubt it.
Glume wakes up. He's like, "No, Meecho, you love that truck, dude. You used to call it the pussy wagon. Didn't you call it the pussy wagon? What did you name it?
I didn't call it
the pussy wagon, wasn't it?
I just loved how many wheels it had. I couldn't.
It had a lot of wheels.
It was the same truck as this truck. You see this?
It was totally a chick magnet. I mean,
yeah, it was the same truck we're in right now.
Yeah.
I mean, these trucks. I mean, I can see why they would want to keep these things around.
Yeah, I mean, it comes in handy out here. Like, you got it's like all terrain type stuff, and it's like electric. And we met this guy, and he even hooked up like solar stuff to it. So,
yeah.
So how? If we're still whispering here, how did? What were you guys up to when that vehicle got wrecked?
Oh well, that was when we were fleeing the slaves from fleeing the slaves. We were freeing
So
the slaves.
was that a job, or was that out of the kindness of your hearts?
Well, it was my villagers, my people. I was trying to rescue them.
Okay, so that wasn't a job.
No,
Okay, that explains things.
it does.
No, that was
Well, yeah, I don't know why they'd be angry at you guys for, except now just that they lost a truck because of you.
Yeah, I think That's
So
what
I'm glad
saying.
it's not more like I'm glad it's not something worse. Like
Nah, it's a stupid truck.
you blew up a refinery of theirs or something.
No,
that
it's
would be bad.
no. I don't think.
Oh
it was
no,
their
we
refinery.
didn't. Gloom pipes up. No, we didn't get to blow up the refinery yet. That's later, I think. Right? Are we blowing up the refinery still?
No, we blew up the refinery.
No, we didn't blow up the refinery.
Sure we
we
did.
blew up the farms, but we didn't blow up the refinery.
No, we blew up the refinery.
That was a job, Mallory. That was a
Wait,
job. We haven't
There's
taken
a
many
job
jobs.
involving blowing up a refinery.
No,
We were gonna blow up the
ran.
refinery.
We ran.
When were you guys going to tell me about
We
that?
ran, and they were shooting at us and blowing fire with that tank into the refinery. The tanks caught fire, and the whole thing went up.
No,
That was
no,
a different. That was an outpost.
that was an out. That
Out
was
of
a
game.
farm.
Out of
We
game.
didn't.
That was an outpost.
Yeah, we didn't blow up.
Yeah.
We didn't get to the refinery because the
Oh
truck got
shit!
blown
Oh,
up.
that's right. We were driving to that refinery. It was
Yeah,
a different.
Bling
refinery.
wanted us
That
to blow up
outpost
the
was
refinery,
storage
the
tanks.
bullet factory.
Bling. After you guys did that mission, you went back to Bling, and then Bling gave
That's
you
where,
more instructions.
Right. That's where what's his face Bundy's lost it.
So that's what I'm wondering who these fuckers are with. Are they with Bling, or are we with someone else?
No,
I guess I'm about to find out.
They're from the town. They're the
They're
constables.
townies. They're fucking. These guys are townies.
Yeah.
They don't know. I'm telling you, I know Bling. These guys don't know Bling. These
No,
guys are fucking townies.
they don't know.
Well, I'm not worried about myself so much. I can get out of most things, but I'd hate to see you guys.
I don't know. I'll be fine too.
Okay.
I mean,
we'll
I
be
worry
fine.
about Meecho. I mean, but I mean, I'll be fine too.
I'm pretty low on XP. But anyway,
He's pretty.
That sounds like a challenge.
Oh,
I'm
fucking
low on
love that,
XP
dude.
here.
That was great. I'm a little low on XP. I'd love to play. I'm a little low on XP, really. To be honest with you, I'm a
That's good.
little low. You know, just saying, a little low.
I'm a little on the light side, you know.
I fucking deserve that, and I fucking love that.
Uh,
I fucking love that.
but anyway,
Anyway,
no, we'll be fine. We'll be good. We'll be good.
we'll be. It's so yeah. I mean, these guys,
We'll-
they love
we'll
us.
spend the
They
rest of
love
the
us.
ride.
They love us in Brookdell.
And
They
you know
love us
what?
in Brookdell.
Listen, if there's, I'm also thinking we wrecked this town, right? Well, we didn't wreck this town. Some girl that we were with took something out that caused shit to flow down the river. That's probably polluting their town, and we're here because we know where that happened, and we can go fix it. So we're potentially going to save this guy's town. And as far as the trucks, obviously it's not that big of a deal. We're in fucking one of them now. Like he must have a bunch of them. We're in the exact same fucking truck.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And so
Yeah, this
I'm
is
not.
why we're doing it,
And he's a pretty fair guy. Last time I remember liking Constable Wayne. So he's a cool dude.
Well,
he's
he's
just pissed
firm but
about
fair.
his truck. He's firm,
Yeah, he's
but he's fair.
but he's fair.
I'll pretty much remain quiet for the rest of the ride.
No, I'm. Listen. Any questions or anything you got to say about Constable Wayne, I can answer. Don't
I
do
think I
it.
exhausted them.
All right, so
It's kind of unclear what you guys were doing outside of your hometown with the truck belonging to this group.
Yeah, it's a freaking long story, but
it's,
I don't know how much of it I told you, but next time when this is over, I could let you know what I don't know.
If
More.
you don't seem worried
'Cause-
about this group, then neither do I.
Good. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Gloom, what about you? You right? Am I right?
am I what? Huh?
I
Who?
forget it.
Sorry,
He was.
I was looking out the window.
All right.
I was also reading G Mark's comment. He said that we started a revolution, we never made it to the refinery, and all of Meecho's friends lost it.
And Longshot's in town. Good to see you, Longshot.
Longshot's here. Yeah, he jumped in. He had one comment, and now he's just kind of he's
got two comments I'm looking at.
Yeah, the wagon for cats. Yeah, pussy wagon. Yeah,
The pussy wagon.
nice. Anyways, not in a derogatory way. I mean, literally, we had a herd of cats in it. So,
Okay.
all right. So the sun starts coming up, and you guys break the edge of the woods into a little more clear area, and on the horizon, you can kind of see a lot of shit in the air, just kind of nasty shit lingering in the air. as you move towards like a larger road. And he turns off onto a larger road, and you're chugging along now on the road at a little bit faster clip because it's more paved. It's not uneven, rough ground. And the truck does a pretty good job of absorbing it, but it's still, that drone of the engine and the
Can I take a? You said this shit in the air. Like I mean, I remember being attacked by shit in the air. So I look up at that stuff to see if I could recognize it as the stuff that almost killed Gloom and I last time.
No, it's not moving. It's almost like just like a haze in the air. Just like the air quality is just not good.
I gotcha.
I don't know why my dogs are barking right now, but sorry.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's not anything like animated like you dealt with before. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you chug along on the road, and you start to recognize some things that you recognize on the road that the road that you took when you first went to Brookdell. But some of the foliage is kind of wilted and dying in some places. And the closer you get to the town, you see more and more just kind of blight and things like that. Dead trees, leaves on the ground, wilted foliage. The smell starts to get stronger and stronger as you get closer. And you notice that Constable Wayne and his men all clip these rebreathers over their faces as they get a little bit closer.
Oh shit! So they putting like ventilators on their heads.
Yeah, it's more like a full face mask that has a filtration on it.
So now I don't know what that thing is though, right?
No, you see them put something over their face, and then you can hear breathing through these two cylindrical things off to the left.
So that's the closest. Who's the closest to me?
So we're gonna
soldier?
let's assume how we're sitting here. So Mr. Mallory is sitting on behind the driver's side, about maybe 3/4 of the way up the bed of the truck. Glume is sitting behind Constable Wayne in the corner of the truck. Another guy is sitting right across from him in the bed of the truck. And then you have two guys on the tailgate. So I don't know. You could either be sitting across from Mallory or next to Mallory. That's your choice.
Okay, I was sitting next to Mallory.
Probably. I mean, that makes the most sense because you guys were like whispering.
So to the right of me is a soldier.
Well, towards the back of the tailgate is one's the pink mohawk guy on the same side as you, and on the opposite side is another soldier.
So across from me, there's a soldier.
Yes, yeah, more or less. Yeah.
So I motion to him and I go, "Well, what's this thing you're putting on your head?"
It's a purification unit. You can hear him through like a speaker. It's a purification unit. When you're living in this town and the condition that it's in, we're here all the time. We have to wear these.
Where can we get these?
We don't have any extras. We'll have to wait till we get in town. Besides, your friends are the reason why this stuff is like this. They should probably enjoy the smell for a little bit.
What I don't know what you're talking about. What happened?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. What does that mean?
You'll find out.
Well, what happened to the town? Because last time I was here, it wasn't like that. You certainly no one needed to air things on their faces.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and those of us that are left here have to wear these now that have decided to stay to try to figure this out. And then the pink mohawk guy just goes, he just laughs at you.
Okay. All right. So I just sit back.
Was this shit toxic or something?
Man, over prolonged periods of exposure, yeah, it's very toxic. We've lost a number of people in the town. We've actually had a lot of people die, and most of the people have left.
Can we make a stop at your closest outfitter before we get to where it is we're going, so we can get some of these for ourselves?
Yeah, we'll get you once we get to town. We'll get you guys taken care of.
Yeah, we're not going to be much help to you if we fucking keel over.
Really?
Said, you're fine. You're fine in the short term. In the long term, it's a different story. So, and as you guys can look off in the horizon, you can see that the town is getting closer. And Meecho, you recognize the familiar walls. But there's just, like I said, there's just this haze. You could almost see it emanating off where the river would be on the far side of the town, and just literally see it hanging in the air like just filth and dirt and grime. And you reach the edge of the walls, and there's a couple guards there. They exchange some pleasantries, and they pull the main doors open. which were always open before, but they're closed now.
Yeah.
And the truck drives through the gate, and you're sitting in a very familiar courtyard. And right across from you is the damn. Let me pull up the document. I forget the name of that bar, but I did document.
Z13? No.
Nope.
That was
That's
a
the club.
club.
Hold on, let me pull it
Yeah,
up.
take your time. This is the good stuff, the lore.
Oh, let's see if I might have it.
Oh, the bar was the pasture was the name of the bar. You can see the familiar sign with the goat on it, and
that's bad. Being put out to pasture. That's a rough one.
And they pull the tailgate down. The two guys jump out. They walk over to the guards at the gate, and they get handed a box, and they slide the box into the back. And in the back of the box, there's 5 of these rebreather masks that they slide towards you guys.
Okay, good. I grabbed one.
Yeah, I grabbed one too, and I throw it on.
Okay, so everybody throws on a rebreather, and you hop down out of the back. And
I gotta check mine first, make sure it's not tampered with or anything like that.
No, I mean make a tech roll.
Take advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Gladly. 27.
Okay. No, it's in pretty good working order. You need to adjust the straps really to get it right on your face. You notice that Meecho and Glume just popped it on. They didn't really think about it, but you make a few adjustments and makes a nice snug fit. It fits perfectly for you. And Meecho, you kind of look over at him as he adjusts these straps, and he spends a good 2 or 3 minutes before he slides it on, and then it just slides right on his face very perfectly. For you and Glume, it's kind of like slipping around, and you're struggling with it, but it's working for the most part.
Okay. I look around the town.
Okay. I mean, it's a ghost town. I mean, you see some guards on the walls and on the ground, but you don't see a lot of people walking around. All of the establishments are shuttered, closed. You can hear a lot of humming and other kinds of electronic whirring and noises going on. You're not really sure what that's about, but everything seems to be shuttered up and closed. And there's just really nothing going on the streets.
So I just look around like, wow.
This is the Brookdell you've been talking to me about?
Yeah, there used to be a guy over here that I point to, like the area where the boarded up marketplace that sold me these gloves I'm wearing and the rope and on my back, and Frenzo his name was, and then and I pointed to the bar. I said I had a drink in that bar with a guy named Zars. I asked one of the guards, I said, it was Zars or Frenzo? What happened to them? Where are they? Are they around? Do you know them?
Some people didn't make it. Some people didn't make it. Frenzo didn't make it.
I want to whisper to Meecho again. Can I try to make sure that no one's listening?
Yeah, but wait, Frenzo died? Frenzo's gone?
Frenzo's gone.
So Meecho, you said this girl, I'm just trying to circle back here on something. You said this girl took a piece of machinery out of this thing?
Yeah.
And then left, and then all of this happened.
Well, not all of this. I mean, we saw some gunk.
Are you sure she tampered with the machine and that's what caused this, and it wasn't something else that caused it?
Well, like I said, I saw some stuff going in and down the river, and it looked similar to the stuff that those I don't know what type of people they were. Those frog people, those flying.
The people that you were. The thing I'm concerned with here is the item that the girl took, whoever she is. I don't know who she is, but I just heard the part of the story where you said she took something. Did that cause this?
I could tell you what she did with it, and then you could tell me maybe if you think it caused this. She brought it into a town and brought it into the underground of the Citadel, where poor people and poor children live, and mutants. And she used it to purify their water so that they can have clean.
It's a purification thing, so it looks like we might need to get back in touch with her. You realize that it sounds to me now like she took the town's drinking water by inadvertently taking the one thing that was making their drinking water clean.
Well,
and potable.
what happened was, I mean, it was first of all, it was not in this town. It was north of this town in an amusement park, and the device was removed. But what started causing this stuff to ooze out was
Here's what I'm saying.
we broke a dam of some
I
sort.
I don't think I can go back there and replace this device.
No,
You know, I have abilities, but I don't think I could replace that device.
no, I think I thought that we just need. I'm thinking we could just board it back up because what we did is we broke something.
But wouldn't that dry up their river? Wouldn't that dry up all of their water source?
No, because it was boarded up to begin with.
Oh, something broke?
Yes, something broke.
Ah.
There was a mechanism and a turbine and a thing just started to spin and break and shit started spilling out. So if we just fix that and close that back up, this shit should stop going down the river. That's what I remember happening.
Yeah, no,
Glume, what do you remember?
You got a totally awesome set of tools. We can fix this. Like you got like you got a wrench. I think you just turn something and then it just stops, right?
Do you know anyone who'd be able to maybe manufacture a water purification device like the one she stole? Or maybe someone where we could buy one?
He's standing right in front of me. I've seen you. You've done some amazing things, dude. We could totally fix this. This is he turns to the pink. We got this. We totally got this.
Well, I mean, yeah. I think I thought we could fix it until the GM laughed at me.
We can do a lot of things. Just put some boards up and just strap a couple boards up with some nails and.
But that's what happened. Something broke and the shit spilled out.
I don't know if that's one of them.
Yeah,
but the people but no one even knew that place existed. Because we went in there, we took stuff, we hid stuff, no one ever found it. So I'm assuming that no one even knew that place was there. So
you would hope, yeah.
And so so we got there and we broke something and shit flew out.
They didn't really get into that area, right?
Man, I'm really suspicious about this woman now because it sounds like she helped her orphan friends, and yes, I get it. They're orphans; they need help, right? But at the
I don't know what they are. I think they're misfits.
At the expense of an entire town
or something. Mutants.
Please, sir, may I have some more, please?
I want to help urchins as much as the next person, but not with my wallet or my free drinking water.
But he's not trying to do it at the cost of somebody else.
But all right. You helped me answer a lot of questions I had in my head.
Okay.
So we can keep going.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Now you got me wondering what the fuck. I mean,
So
that's what I remember happening.
Whatever you decide to do, Meecho, I got your back.
All right, we have to go look at whatever it is. We have to go look at it at least.
So this is a very prolonged conversation. So do either one of you have like bluff or? I feel like something to be like low key about this. I don't even know what we roll.
Bluff is a good one because bluff can be used for like innuendo, I think.
And I have hide. I have a 6 hide.
I don't have a great bluff, but I can try to do that. Like using kind of not code words, but dog whistles and stuff like that to kind of like hide my intentions of my conversation. Okay. So bluff, I think, would be a good one.
All right, make a bluff.
I'm not bluffing Meecho, I'm bluffing the listener.
You're not.
Yep, gotcha.
You're dog whistling me? I'm not going to be able to understand that.
I'll roll a bluff.
Like, well, and then
and I'm just, I wouldn't. That would confuse me, to be honest.
So I think I'll roll a bluff, and they have to roll kind of a sense motive to see if they see past the bluff.
Okay.
16.
Okay. And is that the difficulty? Is 16 the difficulty?
Yeah, well, that's because there's no difficulty here because it's a kind of an interaction. Like, let's say you're a guard and I'm trying to get past the guard and I'm telling him, hey, look, the king told me I should come here. I'm bluffing you, right? I'm lying to you. I'm straight up lying to you. It becomes a contest. My bluff versus your sense motive. So I roll a 16 bluff. You have to roll higher with your sense motive. So it's not a challenge rating. It's not a DC. It's a contest. Your sense motive has to be higher than my bluff.
Okay.
And if you're looking for sense motive stats, like a guard or somebody, probably would have a +1 wisdom. So probably have. unless they put points into it, it'd probably be like a d20 plus 1 or plus 2.
So Meecho, make an unskilled roll for bluff too, because I need to know if he heard half the conversation or so. Mallory, you did okay. Meecho, roll an unskilled bluff
12
with your -1 charisma.
And unless he says something too, he might not tip his hat to us and make us
11.
realize that he understands what we're saying too,
Yeah,
right?
of course. You rolled a what?
12 minus 1, so 11.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So you guys have this whole conversation. Doesn't seem like anyone's any the wiser. Okay, and they take you from the back of the truck, and then they start to walk through the town, and you just see that it's dirty, it's desolated, it's empty, and they start winding you back through the alleyways, and then you turn a corner, and then you see a very familiar door with a camera, a tri-lens camera on it that kind of extends as you guys approach, and you hear a crackle voice. Is that you, Wayne? And he waves for a second, and then the door slides open, and then you guys walk into a very dingy little shop with a pane of glass that kind of bisects the entire room. And you guys pile in, and it's not, you guys don't all have 5 of the guards with you. It's only Wayne and 2 of the guards and the 3 of you. And Meecho, you immediately recognize it as Atso's shop. And from the other side of the glass, it's metal wall to about waist high, and then it's like a plasteel glass wall all the way up to the ceiling. And you see from the back room a door open up, and Atso comes walking out in a dingy gray robe that's kind of open. You can see his gut hanging out and his cybernetics, and he buttons it up and walks over to the glass partition and presses a button. You can hear the speaker.
So, Meecho. So nice to see you again.
What's up, Atso? What the fuck happened over here?
Well, I was hoping maybe you could fill in some details, because obviously things here, they're not really so good.
I know. I noticed. The only thing I'm gonna level with you, and I turn to like everyone in the room. And I don't know. I'm so like to get Constable Wayne's attention and Atso's. Something happened upriver. There was a turbine that was knocked loose, and I saw some stuff come out. I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what's causing at least your water damage. I don't know what the fuck's going on with your air, but and we ran into some frog people, and we told them we're going to help clean it up because I was a witness of it, and I wanted to do something about it. It's up north of this town, and my friends and I were on our way to go see if we could do something about it. Now,
So wait a minute. So what are you saying is, when you ran into our friend Constable Wayne, you were on your way back here
yes,
to check on us?
yes, not to check on you. I didn't think anything was going on in this town at all. I was on my way back to the Citadel, and was going to come through here. I was going to see Czars. I was going to see Frenzo. Is Frenzo really gone? I think Atso knew Frenzo.
We lost about 30% of the town. It was a terrible tragedy. And I don't think it was a coincidence the way you guys got out of town, the way you wanted me to get the truck for you. I don't believe in coincidences. So I think I need more information. What kind of stuff came out of this turbine? Where were you?
Glume, what was it called? Super Adventure Funland?
Yeah, I think that's what you called it.
Yeah, I think it was called Super Adventure
that's what it's
Funland. Do
called,
you know
all right.
Super Adventure Funland? It's an amusement park many miles north of here.
Sounds right. Sounds right to me.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. So I tell him that.
So, I mean, there's a tremendous amount of pollution in the river. It's to the extent now the river is no longer liquid, it's a solid. And it's affecting the air quality as a result. So I don't know of any turbine. And, I tend to be pretty good at this technology thing. I don't know of a turbine that could cause this kind of extension damage. So I think you ought to dig a little bit deeper for me.
Well, may I speak?
Who are you?
I recently came upon these two and found that they were both honorable types, and I've decided
Okay.
to follow them since they've been helpful to me in the past. So one thing here stands out, if I may say, and that's why would they return here if they were the cause of this?
I think that's a fair point, but can I be sure they were returning here?
What did
We're
he say?
here, aren't we?
What did he say? I didn't hear understand what he said.
I said, can I be sure
As an
that you're
outsider,
returning here?
as an outsider, I can tell you, yes, our intention was to come back here. And I recount the journey up to the point where I met up with these two.
All right. So he narrows his one eye at you because the other eye, like I said, he has
You know,
several
the
different-
fishermen, the fish, the desert, the whole thing.
Okay.
So, this seems like a plausible story. I want to believe you. I want to believe that you're back here on your goodwill. I know Meecho's a good boy. I don't help bad people. But I need to understand where these things went wrong and how we can fix it. Because here's what I believe, based on your story. I believe your friend Grace pulled some kind of containment system out and knocked it out of whack. And that containment system had several hundred years of waste stored behind it. And I think that it's leaking into my lake and my river. I think it's polluting my town. It's messing with my business. And this is a very delicate situation.
So just to be clear, I didn't tell him anything about Grace. So I want to recount the story from the desert up until
Yep.
now.
Yeah, but Meecho talked about pulling something out, right? And the blades, right?
Okay, so I just don't know if Otso
He knows-
Well, I think he knows Grace because
He
Grace
knows
was
Grace
there the
'cause he
last
met
time.
Grace,
He
yeah.
met Grace.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he met
okay.
Grace. They're old friends. No, maybe not old friends, but he met.
I
her.
wanted to make sure
He-
to kind of keep everything pre
Yes.
my character out of
Yeah,
there.
you. Oh, shizer. Yeah, so you just intimated what you knew. That's fine.
Right.
But
Well,
based
let me
on
ask you
what
a
I heard you
question.
guys say, that's what I think the situation is here.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have something like that?
Me?
Yeah, you used to have all kinds of things. Do you have anything like that?
If I had
that could
something
help
like that,
with
don't you
containing?
think that I would just go up there and plug this fucking thing in, make it all better?
Well, not if you didn't know where it was. I assumed that you guys didn't know where it was because it's been left alone for, I don't know, looks like a millennia.
Well,
Probably a kind of dangerous place where you might need mercenaries to go out there and fucking plug this thing back in, right?
so I have a plan for part 2. But part 1, I need you guys to help me out with.
What's
I
part
mean, you
one?
play a role in part 2, but part 1, I need you guys to go up there, and I need you guys to figure out how to stop this. Then part 2, we go into my plan and we remediate it.
Okay. Well, that
What
was
do you
kind
mean
of
remediate?
Well, we'll get into that. Let's stop the bleeding, and then we'll heal the wound.
Okay.
all right. Well,
I mean, I think this is fair. Look, I don't think anybody here, am I wrong, Constable Wayne? We don't blame Meecho and his friends for what they did. You know, forgive them. They know not what they do. You know what I'm saying? But,
I fucking love
but, I think we gotta work together. You know, we gotta have an understanding, and we gotta figure this out.
Well, we were on our way to do exactly that. I didn't know
I'd
I
like to
needed a
do-
containment unit thing that you're
Just-
talking about, though. But is there anyone that that was the kind of the plan was to go up and stop this thing from flowing.
Okay.
So when Otso addresses Constable saying Wayne and say like this is okay, right? We're gonna treat them nicely. I want to do a sense motive on Otso.
Okay. Make a sense
I
more.
want to make sure he's not lying to us.
Okay.
I'm not planning on fucking offing us.
Yeah,
Down the road.
there's a weird
22.
excuse me. There's a weird
Go ahead.
power shift that happened in this town. It seems like.
Yeah. Does it look like he's sincere? He's trying to get Constable Whalen to kind of leave us alone, or is it more like we'll keep him alive for now and deal with him later kind of thing?
No, I think you get the idea that no, his motivations are around the preservation of the town. Clearly,
Okay.
That's without any kind of doubt.
Okay, good. That's good.
It's like I'm
That's
getting a
very good.
sense of like in the sense of in the face of tragedy, like two enemies became friends, so to speak, to try and save this town. Is what it seems like.
Yeah, and I think
Because,
that's pretty much what happened. I mean, the town is decimated. People are dying. Normally, Atso would be kind of a tolerated criminal element, right? Obviously on the fringes, but
he wasn't
like
that
you
bad.
said,
no townspeople, no
I mean, he
crime,
owned the
right?
club,
I
he
mean,
owned the Z13, and
yep, clubs, yep.
I'm tempted to ask him about Shara, but I'm not going to, just in case she's dead too.
Shara. Oh, Shara.
I brought my friend here to see Shara.
I kind of watch you two now just so I can hear more of his Brando.
Oh.
So Atso, he picks up a couple pieces of machinery from the table and he starts to assemble it as he talks to you. So he's like,
So, what do you guys think? Do you want to go straight out there? Or you want to maybe go find your friend and see the nature of what she was doing? My only problem is there's a certain, and he's clicking these pieces together of this thing, and it ends up being about the size of like a thermos that he clips these 3 or 4 things together of this different colored metal and stuff, and it clicks for a second. You could see something inside is whirring in it, and he's holding it in his hand. He's like,
Is he making a Cuisinart?
There's a certain urgency that we have here. The sooner we stop this, the less damage and the less remediation it requires.
Well,
and you see his hand drop down to his robe, and he unpulls the belt of his robe a little bit, and you just see him kind of loosen it.
Oh, geez.
What do you mean less remediation required? What do you have in mind as far as remediation is concerned?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of this toxic shit coming from upriver. We need to clearly stop that before we worry about how we're going to clean it up.
Right. But let me ask you a question. Well, here's the thing. Going into town doesn't make sense to me, going back into the Citadel, because I don't even know if we can even find her. And it would take forever just to even go through that whole Citadel.
Is at the Citadel.
Well, that's where she was
She's
last.
not here.
That's where she was last.
She was, yeah.
And before we left, we went looking for her and we couldn't find her.
Yeah, that's a detour now, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a couple of days in the other, not in the complete other direction, but I think west of here, if I remember correctly.
Can you describe to me what it was that she pulled, what it looked like? Just describe to me what the physical object that she pulled, what it looked like.
It was a box, I think, if I remember correctly. It was a box, and it wasn't that big. There's no way that box, was keeping a whole river clean. But if it was maybe containing something...
Now, you'd be surprised. I mean, if it was the computer mechanism, the AI keeping the entire system together, it might just as well have been.
Right.
You'd be surprised. Small packages can pack a punch.
Yeah, but... It wasn't. I don't think water was flowing through this thing.
That doesn't sound like that's the case either, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a different kind of mechanism.
They were like I said, they were turbines that were kind of knocked loose, and they started to when they got.
Did it look like some sort of computer component? What she pulled out, like maybe
it looked electrical.
Hard drive or a
it
motherboard
looked like the flux
or
capacitor. It looked like the flux capacitor. It was
like a big cube, wasn't it?
Some sort of hardware.
It was round and it was glowy. It was kind of glowy.
It was light coming from it.
And it was hard. So hardware of some type, obviously.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
it was definitely a piece of tech.
It sounds like it would be hard to reproduce.
It was
a piece
plugged
of
into
tech
something though. It was like plugged in. She pulled it out. It was lit, even though nothing else was lit. It was lit. She pulled something out.
But when she was pulling it out, shit was already crumbling down around us.
No, the building was falling apart. Yeah, no.
That shit was falling. That shit was like any containment. That shit was the matter of fact. She almost died trying to pull it out because that room, if I remember correctly, that room was collapsing.
So you don't think that the river's pollution is caused by her pulling that thing out? That could be like some inconsequential piece. It was the damage that happened to the building that did this.
Well, I mean, I think that it's got to be related to those turbines.
When she did it, we saw like
but the turbines.
I don't know. I don't. You think it was the turbines?
The turbines is when we saw the shit coming out when we were by the turbines.
Yeah, but the turbines, it was like a dam. Those were blocking up the river. When the turbines came up, it would pass everything. But I didn't. The water there by the turbines
You know,
was fine.
she could have pulled the computer core regulating the turbines.
Okay, so then we go and we jam the turbines. The point is that we don't know what the fuck we need till we get there, I guess.
Yeah, but I
Just
was
board it
curious
up.
to know if we had to
Just get some wood.
board it up might be the simplest solution there, but at the same time we're just going to be boarding up the river.
Just board up the river.
But like I'm trying to think logically here. We might not have any other kinds of solutions available to us other than boarding it up.
Time out. It was boarded up. Okay, so we did not boarding up the river. It was boarded up. The unboarding of it is what caused this shit to flow down the river. The thing was seized.
Let's go back. Okay. Let's refresh our memory here. The turbines were clogged with wood and debris.
Yes.
When we cleared the debris, we started to see that stuff started coming back to life, right? Like a generation system of some kind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which gave us enough power to get into the shaft and get down there.
Right.
But that the turbines were specifically related to some kind of natural power generation associated with the plant.
Right.
Right. Or with the site, right? Then we went down into that shaft. There was all the spiders and all that shit. And then Grace saw this thing and she took it. Right.
Right.
And then when we went back to Brookdell, we noticed when we went back to Brookdell that there was all this sludge in the river, like almost immediately.
Right. We blew up that room, by the way.
We did blow up the room too. Yes.
And then we went back.
Well, that was who did that? Now, who blew up the room?
We went back and those guys were robbing the place. Remember?
And we killed them. Who blew up the room though? Who put the firework in there?
Glume.
Oh, yeah, it was Glume. Oops. So
I don't know.
That's how I remember it too. I just want to make
we
sure
went back
right.
to pick up the robots. We went back to pick up the robots we buried, and we found people. And we found people there.
And
the cyborgs were down there,
and
we killed those two guys down the shaft.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. And we killed the guy with an acid bomb thing that he melted or something, or
it was a white phosphorus grenade.
With a phosphorus grenade, he killed that guy. So whatever's in that room, you're not getting a cube and shoving it back in that room. That room is melted.
Yeah, I see your point. I don't think we could replace that very easily. I don't think there's anything kicking around here that would replace that very easily, unless it's a very commonly well-known component.
Let's put it this way: the shit didn't come. The shit didn't start flowing until we turned that thing on. So turning that thing on must have opened something.
What she stole, based on the descriptions I heard.
All right.
So I don't have a lot to go on. I don't even have the item in my hand. So
I'm gonna need
plywood,
something like really. I mean,
really fucking high.
Really high. Yeah.
So you have plywood?
I have all the plywood you need.
We need.
I got like 22.
All right, so yeah, I mean, you don't have enough information. You don't know what you're dealing with. You're listening to two very untechnical people talk about something, and they don't know what. It's obvious they don't know what they're talking about. From what you're talking about boarding the river up, and you're talking about pulling stuff out, and then you're hearing about all these explosions, and you don't know. So
listen, Mallory. Listen, Mallory. It was when we got there, nothing was on, nothing was running. That device was doing shit because everything was off. Okay.
Yeah.
We turned it on, and shit went down. So turning it on must have opened something. If something opened by the act of turning it on, then we can manually shut it somehow, is my idea. Otherwise, if that doesn't work, then we need some other piece of tech. I don't know, but that's our only shot. There's no sense arguing about it here. We just got to go.
So Atso lowers the little thermos-shaped object below his waist, and you see him drop his robe open, and then you hear him slide something into it, and then he has a kind of a look on his face like, "Ugh."
His fleshlight,
and you can hear this thing starting to go.
Yeah, he likes masturbating in front of people.
And he says
that's kind of his thing.
So,
and his voice gets a little lustier, and he's like,
"So, you boys tell me what you need. You tell me you need equipment.
We need a vehicle.
You tell me you need personnel.
We need a truck.
Give you whatever.
We need a truck.
I know where we could get a truck.
We need a truck to drive up there.
We need a truck. We need. You have any climbing equipment? Like I don't know, like grappling things and Like
Do you need
hooks.
generators? What do you need?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
can.
Oh,
Get
you have
what
generators?
you need.
Mallory, you think we could use a generator? Is there any tech? Any tech? Could Mr. Mallory go through your stuff to see if there's anything
But
worth
like,
bringing?
I don't have a generator on me. A generator could be useful, but you said that this stuff was all off when you showed up there.
Yes.
Why would we need a generator? Turning it on was the problem.
Maybe we could
Right? So
melt
I don't know
something
why we
shut.
would need a generator.
Is there something we could use to melt metal? Maybe metal can be melted shut. Is there something we could?
We would need some sort of like they an out of game, like they sell welders, like arc welders and stuff like that. You can buy like a pretty big arc welder and drag it with you. That could be used for soldering pieces of fucking steel together.
Is this out of game or in game?
No, so out of game. So like,
I know, but
that's
I'm
an
saying-
idea.
But I'm saying
In game.
melting
So I
metal.
asked him, do we have anything to weld with, like welding equipment? Because if we're gonna have to block this hole, let's say, and we're gonna have to use it with pure force, we'll have to like build a dam pretty much to block the flow of the stuff, then yeah, a welder, sandbags, anything like that would be maybe useful. So if you can get us a truck and load that truck up with sandbags and maybe any kind of crafting equipment, like an arc welder if you have one, anything that could be used to maybe weld some steel girders together or something to create like some sort of wall. We could buffet the flow of water to this area, and at least try to keep the pollutants out.
So Atso is kind of lowly moaning for a couple seconds.
So
Basically masturbates in
does
front
he
of you guys.
finish?
I don't know, that's some heavy topic, and I don't know what we're facing here, so it's hard for me to judge.
Wait, Mr. Mallory.
You want a
Mr. Mallory,
welding
Mr.
set?
Mallory,
I'll
let
give
him
you
finish.
portable welding. You tell me what you need. I'll load up a truck with whatever you tell me you want. You want sandbags? I'll give you sandbags. You want generators? I'll give you generators. You want personnel? I'll give you personnel. We got to go up there. There has to be a way to stop this.
Okay, so yeah, this is what I say. Load up a truck with as many sandbags as you can, and at least a crew of 4 or 5 people to help unload this shit when we get there.
Except for that
Okay.
guy, and I pointed to pink-haired mohawk guy.
Yeah, except for that guy. We want to leave him here. We
Okay.
should maybe try to dam up the river somehow, at least reduce the flow, while we work on possibly shutting off this machine, whatever it is that was turned on, and cutting its flow off. Arc welder would help, and some like just basic tools to maybe try to put up together a patch to hold this thing back, whatever it is that broke.
Okay. I'll try to set up such. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I'll try to set you guys up with a little bit of everything that you need. And, we're a hop, skip, and a jump away if you need something urgently. Maybe a second truck with a second team in case you need something. And,
This is,
anyways.
you
it's a dude.
you have
I
to
got a
question
doozy built up.
what makes
Sorry,
someone
what?
invent a character like this. Who does this?
I asked him, "Are you okay?"
I'm
Is this table talk? Yeah, Chris, are you
better
all right?
than okay.
Okay.
I'm better than okay.
Okay.
Are you asking me why I would create a person that's
Yeah,
fucking this weird?
that masturbates in front of people with a fleshlight. Yeah.
This is why
Kind
I
of weird.
got
It's kind
woke.
of like
You know that,
it's
right?
kind of oddly specific,
It's for the public masturbation.
It's kind of
We
oddly
come to
You'll
the
find
specific.
this anywhere else.
And we stay for the public masturbation. Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to jerk off with a lobster claw?
Well,
For God's sake, it's almost fucking take my whole fucking cockballs off.
all right. Listen, I'm not judging. It's just that we're in the room with you. But anyway, all right. Yeah. So
I'm kind of like, think of
Keep it
me as
clean.
like the mutated cybernetic Hugh Hefner. You know,
Yeah.
why wouldn't I? It's the fucking end of the world. I'm doing whatever I want to do.
okay.
All right. So
You know what? Fair enough.
he you hear him go, "Mm-mm," and then it's like kind of the end of everything, and then he pulls this thing out and he throws it on the ground, and you see it grow legs and kind of go and
Oh,
scurries off. into the corner.
fucking it was alive. It was a frog.
And he belts up his pants. He's like,
Okay, so in the morning, be ready to leave, and I'll have everything prepared for your departure.
It's fucking Dark Side Phil. It's DSP.
Listen,
And
I'll go ahead. What were you gonna say?
he stands up and he kind of takes 2 steps and he turns and he looks back at you, Meecho. He goes,
Meecho, it's very good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Otto. And I put my hand out.
well, you got a glass partition between you guys, so he just
Oh,
he turns and he puts a big, meaty,
He's still-
fleshy, pale hand against the glass. You'd literally see perspiration on the inside of it.
Yeah.
This whole
He
time,
seemed
the fucker didn't
really
open the
happy
door.
to
He didn't
see
let
you,
us in.
Meecho.
I thought he let us in the
Very-
fucking room. All right.
Very happy to see you.
Okay.
Very happy.
Wash your hands, Meecho.
No, I mean, apparently we're divided by glass. I didn't know that. All right. So,
Oh, Billy.
where should we go? All right, let's go. Let's get this equipment and
Okay.
get on the road.
So
Says
he
motive, finding
limps.
jizz moppers on the other side of that glass.
it,
Couple
it
of
was,
guys
like-
with some
it
buckets.
was like you were in some kind of half-ass weird homoerotic peep show that you didn't pay for or didn't know you were going to.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm at a peep show I didn't know I was going to.
exactly.
Um,
Accidental peep shows. Those are the worst.
Sorry. They call that eye rape. You got eye raped by
Yeah.
Lotso being fucking a cybernetic creature. He stands up and then the glass kind of goes opaque immediately the minute he goes through the door and then Wayne's like,
What
all
time-
right, so let's get everything going. Let's get together. Let's go.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
It's gonna be early morning, so-
evening. Yeah, so the
It's
sun's
evening
starting
already?
to go down.
This took the whole day.
Well, it took a while to get there. You guys probably
Oh.
got there maybe late afternoon, and then you got to Otso. So yeah, by the time you leave Otso's place, the sun is starting to set at this point.
Okay.
Can I do a knowledge advanced tech on the glass?
Sure.
28.
Yeah, I mean it's some kind of plasteel, which is remarkably strong. It can stop most things up to like pretty high or pretty high caliber ammunition, and then you can only
Okay.
guess that it has some kind of molecular shading built into it that allows
Okay.
it to be kind of shaded.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you guys walk outside. You're all wearing respirators. It's just a stark contrast for you, Meecho, compared to the fun that you and Glume had. I mean,
Yeah,
it
like
was
I'm just
kind
like
of
looking around like depressed. I was looking forward to coming back to this place, and now like I was looking forward to go to Z13, and it's like the whole town is shot.
No, that was kind of our bonding moment, right? I mean, that was kind of
Yeah, I have good memories with Glume in that place, man. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah, you really spoke highly of this place, and we come back here, and it looks decimated.
it seems to be a recurring theme, and every place I return to becomes is a shell of itself.
Are you the four?
I'm afraid to go
horsemen?
back to the Citadel. It's probably a fucking pile of rocks.
Does
too,
that
man.
make me the third horse?
only
The
one
third
more horseman and then Armageddon for everyone. Again, sorry, Armageddon
One more
again.
NPC. Grace needs to join us. She can be pestilence.
Yeah, really.
All right, so you go back to the streets and Constable Wayne's like, well, we'll find a place where we can put you guys up for the night, and then hopefully in the morning you can set out. We'll come along with you guys in the other truck, and I don't know. Hopefully we can sort this out. Otherwise, we can't stay here.
Yep. No, we have to fix this.
All right. So
It's-
go ahead, Mallory.
Yeah, it seems more and more like we're destined to do this. I mean, we came all the way back here. We might as well.
Yep.
So they walk you back towards the main square where the other truck is, and they take you to the door of the pasture, and Constable Wayne bangs on the door twice, and it shoots open, and you can see Zars is standing there without a mask or anything.
Czars.
Meecho. How the fuck you doing, man? Come on, can everybody get inside? Come on, come inside. Come inside.
Come inside. Wait,
Come inside.
Oh, that's where we were headed.
In the pasture.
He took us to the pasture. I didn't even see. I'm
Come
like,
on inside.
Good to see you, man. I rush inside.
So good to see you guys. There's nobody here. You know, the only good thing about being a bug is, things smell shitty. It's so bad. So what can I do for you guys? And Constable Wayne's like, Czars, I think we want to put the guys up here tonight. Is your purification system rated to cover a couple extra bodies? Yeah, no problem at all. I think we can put him up here and whatever. Yeah, I'd be happy to help Meecho and his friends and his weird sneaky friend and whoever this new guy is.
Czars, this is Mr. Mallory. Mr. Mallory, this is Czars. Remember I spoke of him.
Mr. Mallory, and he reaches over with 3 hands to kind of clutch one of your hands and shake it. Yeah. So you shake his 3 fingers.
Fascinating. Like that's all I can say is as I'm looking at it, like, whoa, fascinating.
He shakes your hand and he starts walking back towards the bar, and then Glume sidles up next to him and he goes, yeah, whatever you do, don't just make sure you wipe your glass down, because do you know how much fecal matter is on the hands of a fly? It's not exactly how it chooses a bartender.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Come on. So you walk back over to the bar,
and I'm come on, it's Czars, man. It's cool.
So
it's not like a regular fly. It's
I don't know. Imagine a fly that size.
We ate food that he gave you, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't see any bottles of Purell lying around.
Yeah, we ate and drank from dishes he handed to us. You'll be all right.
So Constable Wayne waves from the door. He's like, I'll see you guys in the morning, first light. And the door slides open and he puts his mask back on and goes back outside.
So I tell him before, as he leaves, welding kit, mechanics tools, toolkit, whatever you can, and as many sandbags as you can muster onto the back of that flatbed, okay?
All right. You got it. No problem, Mallory.
So, Czars, man.
And as he walks out the door, you can hear him yelling at his guys. He's like, go get this and go get that. And you can hear the door close. And even from the other side of the door, you can hear him mobilizing people to get shit done.
So now we're just in the tavern. The 3 of us, the 4 of us?
Yep. It's completely empty. It's completely empty.
So, this is eerie. So, Czars, what the fuck happened here, man? What Frenzo's gone? I thought you were gone, too. I'm glad you're still around, but what the hell happened?
It was terrible. After you guys left, it just got worse, and every day was twice as worse as the day before, and then people started dying. Frenzo was fucking terrible. And then, everybody, they started leaving,
Yeah, well, was it just like the stuff flowing down the river? And from the river, it made its way to the air, or was it 2 separate things, do you think?
Well, first, the river solidified. That's bad enough. Everything we're doing is in and out of the river. And then the air started to get bad. And then, people started to get sick. So, business has been terrible. Business has been terrible.
I'm sorry. This is business.
I describe Grace, from what I've heard the stories. I described Grace to this person. I asked him if he's ever seen this person hanging around.
No, she hung out here a bit. This is where she met Meecho, I think, right? Isn't it where you met Grace? Wasn't he here?
Yes.
Yeah,
when's the last time you saw her?
He points at a table. He's like, she sat at that table for weeks before she met you guys.
When's the last time you saw her here?
I haven't seen her since you left. She would talk to everybody who walked in here. I just thought she was friendly. I thought maybe she was a prostitute. I don't know. I try not to be judgmental. As a bartender, you see a lot of different kinds of people coming in and out of places, and it's easy to judge people.
Now I talked to all of you guys at once, and you fuckers are making me wonder about this fucking Grace, bitch. I mean,
it sounds like
she had a
whatever
nice
she did
butt,
was very calculated.
but now as you're talking about it, it's sounding like this whole fucking thing. She planned this whole fucking thing.
I
Wait
don't
a
think
minute.
she
You're
planned.
telling me she
Wait.
planned to destroy an entire town? I can't believe that.
No. I don't think
she was
planned
after
to
this
destroy an entire
part,
town.
and she used
She
us.
was trying to. She was
get
trying to
it.
save some orphans, right? Some urchins or some crap like that. I don't think she meant to destroy anything. But
Some
I do
orphans or some
think
crap like
one
that.
thing is for sure, Grace, whoever she is as much at fault here as the three of you, as the two of you. Like you two now are going out there to clean this up. And frankly, she should be here helping out because she's at fault here too. She was there that day.
I mean, I'm starting to sound. I feel like a mark. Like I'm starting to feel like I was used or something. You know?
Yeah, it sounds like that to me too. Because she got whatever she wanted and she fucking left. And now you guys are left holding the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to believe that she knew this happened. I mean, although she's pretty smart, so I don't know. I feel like it's a
You guys
pretty
don't have
dumb
like a
thing to
two-way
do for someone
radio?
who's so smart.
But
Two-way radio, any way of contacting her?
did she? Yeah, no.
No, we haven't seen her in a while. When was the last time we saw her?
In the Citadel, you saw. I didn't even see. Well, wait a minute. Didn't she
I
bring?
saw
She
her.
no. She hooked us up with Hope, who brought us gears.
Yep. We didn't even see her after that. Like we followed her down to the thing, and we got the information about what she did with it. We think.
Gears. I lift the box up and put him on the bar.
Oh,
Oh,
Maybe
Nice.
he knows. And I open the box.
all right. And Meecho pulls a pink. Have we showed Mallory what's in the box yet? I don't know if you've
Yeah,
seen
he
what's in
has.
the. Okay.
Yeah,
So he
right in the
pulls.
desert.
Yeah, he
me
saw
it.
it in the desert, but Zars has no idea.
Yeah. So he starts to unhinge the box's sides.
Neither
and
do
it
some
kind
of
of
the people
falls
in the
open
chat room.
in every direction, and they're sitting there on a little metal, almost like a pedestal, is a severed head with a pink. Half of his head is shaved, and it's hanging over his face, and you can see these metal staples holding a big part of a corner of his face together. His skin looks a little bit grayer and a little bit paler,
Oh shit!
and it smells a little bit riper.
It's been a
as
couple
you
of
open the
days, right?
box. And it's sitting there now in the middle of this quiet bar, and the three of you guys are looking at it, and Zars looks down at it and goes, "So what's everybody drinking?"
You have any of
Jam
that
the
goat's
button
milk?
and
I'm
wake
about
this
to
fucker
question
up,
this.
you know?
You have any more of that goat's milk? I'm about to question this disembodied head.
I will have some of your cleanest fresh water, please.
Ow, fresh water. So fresh water's not easy to come by around here. I don't know.
I think you
Do
might
you have
drink
any
some kind
water
of milk.
reserves?
Any bottles of some kind of some carbon? Here we go. Here's some carbonated water, and he pulls a bottle open and it kind of starts to bubble over, and he pours it in a glass with no ice for you, and he slides it over.
So Meecho, bit of a run on the spider goat milk, but I could break some out for you guys if you're interested.
I kind of run the Geiger counter over my drink.
It passes. It's okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't know. For old time's sake, Zars, a small little glass, if you don't mind. I'm about
If you
to
guys
turn
don't
this
mind,
thing
I'm going
on.
to hit the bathroom.
Go ahead, dude.
Okay.
Anybody who's
Okay.
playing along at home, feel free to drink. We're going to go into the chat a little bit
Okay.
while Josh takes a potty break. Let's see. Mark is very active tonight. Let's see. Yes, that's what it was called. Persuasion check. I didn't
No,
really
well,
do that.
he remembers it. The turbines freeing the pollutants as well.
Yeah. Okay. It's interesting.
That's what I think it
Mark-
was.
Mark is usually pretty spot on. So we'll have to see. No more fish eggs on crackers for Otso.
Yeah, Otto. That's and Frenzo. I was looking forward to talking to him too. He was fun to talk to.
Yeah. Just got to the problem and make your assessment then. The danger lies in getting to it. There were guys stuck in there and you blew them up. Yeah. The guys making climbing gloves and ropes are dead. This is your destiny. Okay.
Yeah, see,
Austin, he's not
Mark
happy
likes
that
the
Czars is
call.
alive.
I got to talk to this head because 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 if you remember correctly, I mean, I guess this doesn't ruin it anyway, but I got to refresh these video feeds. They're kind of going out of sync.
Are they jacked up?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is dicked up. Josh looks okay.
Yeah, now you're back. Because he was picked up by Hope. So,
Yep.
and Hope was our last link to Grace. So maybe by some chance, like, because she knew, I remember her knowing who could help us. So maybe, yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm grasping at straw.
Well, look, minimally, you haven't played with the head enough anyway, so I'm happy.
I have a head in a box. I only talked to it. Well, I barely played with it.
Step 1, you put a head in a box. Step 2, you open the box. Step 3, you ask the head questions. That's how this shit goes. I have a head in a box.
Is this a song? Are you making
Well,
a
it's a different.
a
Somebody
jingle
else
for it?
a Dick in the Box song, but I changed it.
Which
I
song?
think I changed it a little bit.
Dick in a Box?
You never heard the Justin Timberlake Dick in a Box song at Christmas
No.
time on Saturday Night Live?
No.
Oh my god, dude, that's classic, dude.
No, I never heard that song.
Just pretty much like a guy puts his dick in a box, and then his whole Christmas present is that he gives this box with his hole in it with his dick in it to his girlfriend.
How does
So
that
it's
go
like a
over?
present. It's like a present to her.
Did that go well? Does that go well in the skit or not?
Well, I don't think it's well thought out.
I don't think that. Yeah, that wouldn't fly with most women.
But it's an interesting visual of a guy with, it's kind of like having the popcorn with the hole in the bottom of it, and you go on the date, that old gag.
Yeah, I know, Mark. We were all the way. Just think of the circle, the size of the circle that we've come to.
No, it's funny because Mark hit it like he kind of tipped my Otso hand before I got to Otso, and he said it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Because Mark's, I think Mark's like 95% on like point with. He seems to know. He kind of thinks he's pretty dialed in with what I'm thinking, I would say, for the most part. So that's gonna it's gonna challenge me a little bit because I feel like I got to make it a little more unpredictable. But it's amazing. Yeah, pizza box delivery gag. Yes. Well, that's a porn site. It's called Big Sausage Pizza. It's just a guy shows up with a pizza with a hole in the bottom of it, and it's just like, this is like a really well thought out thing. I'm gonna get this chick because I have a pizza with a hole cut in the bottom of it. I'm just gonna show up.
By the way, are we doing that website? I wanted to do Beer Abbey. Are we doing it? Because I have like all the URLs.
Let's do Beer Abbey, dude. I'm down for Beer Abbey. Let's get drunk and give
investment.
Give advice. I'd love to be part of this.
Yeah. Instead of Dear Abbey, Beer Abbey, we have it.
Beer Abbey, yeah. That was an early construct of this show. When you say we haven't done anything great, I think we've done amazing things.
No, we didn't actually do the site though. We got to do it.
No, but we came up with the idea.
You guys need to send in your questions so we can answer them. We can give you your relationship advice. Anyway,
hey, you're like, fuck that bitch. Tell her to fucking get the fuck. We've been married for 30 years. I'm like, fuck her.
Yeah,
get her in the car.
She's a whore.
Motherfucker. Yeah.
Anyway.
But we have to be really shitty drunk though. Like, really.
Yeah, well that's the part of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I open up the box and
yeah.
Like you said, it's over. We look sort of stapled head. So but now Mr. Mallory had showed me how to use it. So
yeah. So
I turned it off. I don't want to mess around. Well, no, I turn it off, and I turn it on with the sensitivity on. So because I could use some lightening up. I could use some. What's the word I'm looking for?
You want to be cheered up.
Cheering up.
Yeah. So let's go through this in the right order. So you open the box. Czars looks at it. He's like, "So what's everybody drinking?" You guys have that conversation,
right.
And then he flicks a stairwell, and he goes downstairs to get some spider goat milk from the basement for you guys. And then you flick the switch on with the sensitivity on, meaning you want this thing to feel everything, right?
Right. Because there's a
Okay.
setting where he feels it, and there's a setting where he doesn't. So I'm gonna just leave the setting on that he feels it, just for a few seconds, just so I could enjoy his
All right.
misery.
You flick the switch, and he's like, ah! He screams for a full, almost a solid minute, and then he stops, and then he shakes his head, and then he looks up at you. Oh fuck! This is still going on.
Yes, it is, and I turn it off. I turn the emotion thing off, and
Okay.
so then I go Gears. I forgot his name for a second. Gears.
Yes.
You were captured by a woman with a red arrow on her head. It's when we
Yes.
first met.
Yeah?
Where did she capture you?
Well, I was in the Citadel in my apartment, and these 3 demon women came at me and grabbed me and tied me up. There was one that had blue eyes, and one that had red eyes, and one that had green eyes. They were all bald, and they all had tattoos of arrows on the scalps of their head.
Did you know any of them?
I know one of them to be your friend Grace, and I know one of them to be her friend Hope. I do not know the third.
Most likely empathy.
Oh, that went right over my head. The other two, you knew Grace and you knew Hope. You said.
I've heard them use those names, yes.
Where did you hear them use those names? Where did you know them from?
When they spoke to one another as they captured me.
Had you met them before then?
No, sir.
That was the first time you'd ever seen them?
Yes, sir.
What are they, these women with the red arrows?
I do not know. They are clearly deeply networked in the Citadel, but I do not know their connection.
Fuck. Anyone have any questions? Mallory? Glume?
Yeah.
I thought maybe he knew.
Mallory, any questions for Gears?
Yes, because I don't know really what the relationship too much with Gears, and I kind of discover what the technology behind this does, but the relationship between you, Gears, and everyone else is kind of fuzzy for me.
Right.
Yeah. So Gloom comes up and he goes, "Hey, you motherfucking head! Who did this shit to the river? Why is this shit like this?" I do not know. I have never been to this place before. I'm confused.
Do you know what motivates the women with the arrows on their head? What they were looking for?
They said that they were bringing me to you at your request. I expect that you would have more details around that.
What else can you tell us about the women with the arrows on their heads? Anything at all?
Nothing besides they have some sort of physical augmentation that allows them to move faster and be quite strong and jump very high.
Yeah,
The
she
third
jumped
sister
out of that.
spoke very little.
Where did you go after you blew up the bridge? The bridge. Blew up the truck.
I spent many weeks in the desert, stumbling. I was very weak and injured. I was found by the people of the soldiers of Skellig, sorry,
Skelt.
and taken
Skelt.
prisoner. Skelt, yes, Skelt, and taken prisoner.
Shit, this is going nowhere. And I get pissed and I just shut it off.
So,
Yeah, you're right. I don't think we can get any information off of him right now. I mean,
not about that subject, apparently.
Yeah, I know he doesn't know anything about Grace or the. Or...
Yeah, that's creepy too. It's creepy too, though. It's creepy. That thing was in that box the whole time.
And it's going right back in the box.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy.
Yeah, I put it back and I just close it up.
All right, so you buckle up the box and put it back down on the ground, and then as you do that, you can hear clunking up the staircase, and then Zars comes back up through the staircase, and he's like, "Wow, what the hell is all that fucking screaming about?" And he puts a couple of bottles of the goat milk on the bar.
And it was just my head in the box.
Oh, Jesus. That's
I
creepy.
pick up the glass
you know?
and
What did Grace tell you guys when you guys first met her?
jeez.
I mean, I know that she was looking for. It sounds like she had you guys as bodyguards or as help.
She said she needed. She knew what she needed. She said she needed a piece of
It
tech.
sounds like she kept that real close to her chest too. Like she didn't share that information.
Retrieve something.
She didn't tell us what it was, but she told us it was something that she wanted. She wouldn't tell us what it was. We didn't care because she just wanted one piece of tech. We were going to get the rest. So it seemed like a good deal. So we just took the deal and we just said, all right, well, we'll come and you can have that one piece of tech. And we asked her about it. She didn't tell us what the hell it was. The only reason we know what it did is because when we went looking for her, to maybe use her help to help free the villagers, we went to go see if she would come with us. And she kind of blew my friend Glume off, but he saw, that part in place purifying their water. I think that's what you saw, right, Glume?
Yeah. And he pours himself a big glass of one of the orangish spider goat milk, and he chugs it back.
Describe that for me, Gloom, in as much detail as you can muster.
It was disc shaped. It had 3 lights with lines that connected each of the dots. It was pulsing. It was even pulsing down. I remember it even being something that pulsed down in the bowels of that shaft that we were in. That maintenance shaft. So it was lit up down there. I don't know what it was doing or what it could have been doing, but it was the only thing. It was the only thing that was really lit up there consistently.
Can I roll a knowledge advance on that?
Yeah, make a roll. Tell me what you get. I'm looking for something really high.
Yeah, and I'm just not hitting it. 25.
Actually, 25. You start to think that it may have been some kind of nano containment unit, right? Something that collected the waste from the site over a prolonged period of time and was holding it in place. Something that was nano based could last longer and wouldn't require an external power supply.
It could stretch itself out a lot more too with fewer reasons.
Yeah, not necessarily. So clearly you're thinking that maybe she wanted to modify it, but that it was something that was held to contain something. And she took it and she modified it in some way.
So like even if I can replace the effect using my own nanotech, I can't replace the device that's just basically built to or designed to do this by itself.
Well, maybe it was maybe it was a control unit, and maybe you can contain additional stuff from leaking out or over a prolonged period of time. I mean, think of it like a gray water tank that collects all the shit from all the residual power supplies and everything at like a place like that would hold all that stuff for years and years and years, and it had nowhere to go. If you break the containment system, you let all of that loose, right?
Yeah. And like we can reestablish the containment system, but it won't change the fact that the water's polluted now.
Yeah, that would be whatever Otso has in mind for phase 2, right?
Yeah, maybe it'll stop it. Stop the pollution from continuing.
So I'm going to crash, and as soon as we wake up, we can start heading back.
Okay. So Otso takes you back to a room in the back that is kind of like a converted.
Not Otso, but
private. Sure. Sorry, not Zars. He takes you back to a almost like a private area in the back where he set up a few cots for you guys in the back. Like I said, you can hear something pumping and filtrating the air so that this place is contained and working. And that was kind of something that you heard throughout the streets here and there, where there were any kind of lights, you could hear some kind of filtration system running in order to keep these areas compressed and contained. And so he takes you back to a room, and Mallory sits down, and there's a cot there.
This is the end of the world. La fin du monde. End of the world.
So wait, the other one was
there.
Not the end of the world.
So the other one is called Not Quite the End of the World, and this one's called End of the World. And the relief there is actually the province of Quebec. In the center. Yeah.
That's cool.
All right.
We drink hard out here. This is 9%.
It's Belgian.
That's
so
like
anything
30,
Belgian
that's
is more than.
That's a quart.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it, or a liter, or what is that?
Yeah, it's a quart. Yeah, 750.
750
milliliters. So yeah, it's a quart.
But it's a wine bottle.
It looks like all those Abbey ales that we have in our liquor stores down here. You always have those bigger sized bottles.
Yeah. The beer in Canada is good, man. It flows. There's nothing like drinking beer in. The
beer in Canada is good, but the whiskey in America is better.
Well, yeah,
that's one thing. America has a lot of really good whiskey.
You have good whiskey.
Bourbon really is the shit, dude.
Good bourbon, sour mash, all that stuff. I wouldn't drink a piss of it if it was in Canada, but anything coming from Kentucky or
we have some good stuff coming out of there.
So what is? Hold on, sorry. Mark posted something and I can't see it. Going up
Phase 2: introduce mutated zebra mussels into the river.
All right. Well, zebra mussels.
There are Canadian beers, with maple syrup in it for sure.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that was invented back in the 90s. That was a natural transition when they were able to start really making custom beers. Beer and maple syrup, for sure that happened.
Isn't that one of the things that they said about when I sent you that pairing, Nick, for this bourbon that I'm drinking? Isn't that one of the things that he said? He said it's like a chocolate chip pancake.
Yes.
Breakfast.
That was the old elk. That's why I said it sounded good, because he's
just trying to tell you that's 3,000 calories.
Yeah,
that's what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah, it's like a chocolate chip breakfast pancake with a dousing of good maple syrup.
There you go.
Then it's coconut and raisins. It's so good. It's not like there were 3 that we tested, and the third one was the Four Roses, and it was so cinnamony, dude. And when he said it was cinnamony, I was like, holy fuck! All I taste is cinnamon now.
Really?
Like overpowering.
Yeah, well, that was a non-chilled filtered. I never had that one. I thought it was small batch. Four Roses small batch is really, really good bourbon. I think it's one of my favorite bourbons, and it's like price wise, it's close enough that I think it's the best bang for your buck.
What's it called?
Small batch. Four Roses small batch.
He told us whole story about Four Roses, how back in the day it used to be really, really cheap rot gut.
Yeah, it was rot gut. It was.
And then somebody purchased the name, and then they basically, they made their own fucking bourbon and aged it, and that they kind of took the thing off the ropes, the whole name off the ropes. But it was pretty interesting. But
would you take a class? Okay. Sorry, I'm derailing this, but now you got me.
No, you're not. We're taking a little pause for the cause. So Glume pours another big glass of spider milk, and then he throws it back again. And he's like looking down at the bar. It's just you and he, Meecho, because Mallory's kind of gone to the back room now. And he's like,
"What do you say, Glume?"
Meecho, I think the question is, did I do it with the firework, or did Grace do it with the containment system?
We all did it. I don't know, man. We're just a bunch of fucking unlucky bastards. And I take another shot of goat milk.
Yeah. So now we're just throwing back shots of spider goat milk at the bar. And he's like, I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad.
Time out. You feel? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I just looked up at the chat room, and fucking Mark is giving us fucking mussel. The mollusk. He's giving us stats about mollusks in Lake
Yeah.
Erie.
Yeah, I saw that too. He
We're
was like,
getting
he
mollusk
found
stats in Lake
Sub-Zero.
Erie and its effect on water clarity. For those, I mean, you don't get that
So-
anywhere else. And no
clarity
other
has
place
increased
where
6
you.
inches up to 3 feet in some areas. This is increased water clarity, allows sunlight to penetrate deeper, enabling growth of submerged macrophytes.
Macrophytes.
So, but did he
I
know
don't know.
that?
I don't
or
know.
did he
I don't know
look
any
that
of the
up?
Twitch
I think
chat
he-
rooms that you're going to see that. I really just don't.
So do we need to? So he's provided us with the solution, but we don't really have a tether this.
Oh,
to the
you know
game
what?
with.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's right. He's telling us to go look. That works in game. I didn't even think of that. You're right.
He's telling us to increase the level of
telling us-
macrophytes.
Yeah. Oh, and find zebra fucking muscles.
Yeah,
It's
long
common
shot says it's
info.
common info. Everybody knows
Yeah.
it. So
Thanks, Longshot.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I love because I think Longshot's gone and then he just reappears at the
Yes.
most opportune moment and makes me so happy. He's like, "That's common knowledge." Yeah, fucking
I like
zebra
to
muscles.
picture.
Goddamn.
I like to picture that Longshot is somewhere painting a fence, and we're on in
Yeah.
the background.
Because Gloom is so awkward, he would be like, "Let's go murder zebras and clip out their ACLs."
No, when
and
he
dump
said
them in the
zebra
river.
muscles,
if we kill enough zebras, it'll purify the river.
That's what I thought it
That's what he-
meant. I was like, zebra muscles. What's he talking about? And then later on, he throws the zebra muscle stat, and I was like, oh, he's talking about mollusks. This guy. Anyway,
Well, he's a marine biologist. But what you don't
Is
know
he?
is that Mark is a steelworker / marine biologist.
I had
We
no
talked-
idea.
we
Just
talked
a long
about it for a
shot. Tell
while,
me, are you painting a fence right now? Just tell me. That's right. Just picture it.
I don't think
I
when
don't
he was,
think
no,
any
when
of
he
this-
said he
I
was
picture
painting.
just like a little
don't
boombox
think-
in the corner, and just
I
a
don't think when he
brush.
was
Yeah.
painting,
he's
he was
painting the
talking about
fence.
painting a fence. I think
'Cause
he
that's
was
what it's like,
literally,
and it's just like he's
painting,
gone
like,
'cause
a
he's-
picture, right?
He's
I
on
think.
like picket number 62, and then he hears something, and he types. And he comes. All right. So anyway, I'm sorry. I had to say something when I saw zebra muscle comments in the
Well,
fucking
no,
chat
when
room.
somebody posts a paragraph in the chat, it needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Up to
Jesus Christ.
long,
So here we go.
long shot is quoting Karate Kid. He's saying up down,
See, I knew it. Long shot. I knew it.
and then another paragraph from Mark. Lake floor food supplies are enriched by zebra mussels as they filter pollution out of the water. This biomass becomes available to bottom feeding species and to the fish
Wait a
that
minute.
feed on them.
Yellow
The
perch.
captive, what the hell?
Oh, I love yellow perch.
So that's
Does
kind
anybody-
of funny. The
That's some-
catch of
some
yellow
pretty good
perch
food, that-
increased fivefold after the invasion of zebra mussels into Lake Sinclair.
But he's used.
That's pretty
he's
good,
using-
man. Not for nothing.
But he's using the
I-
term invasion like it's an invasive species that is not meant to be in Lake St. Clair.
And also, zebra mussels, are those mussels we eat? I mean, I know we eat mussels. I know we eat all kinds of mussels. So is zebra one of the ones that we eat? And if so, I guess, yeah, I mean, they're very, very good, but they're technically, yeah, the filters of the ocean, right? And of lakes and stuff.
I would assume, yeah. I mean,
filters.
mollusks take in the seawater and
Clean it.
filtrate it, right?
And
That's
then
where
we
they
eat
get the pearls, right? Because it's filtering the water, and you get a grain of
I don't
sand,
think
and then it
mussels
develops
do
into something.
pearls.
But
I think
I
that's
guess-
oysters.
I think the most important question
mollusks,
here
yes.
is:
Yes.
can a zebra mussel change its stripes?
All right, we're off the rails. Go back to what we were saying. Sorry.
Go back to what? Where
I
were
don't
we?
know.
We were,
Fuck.
we were drinking.
We were doing shots and with Glume.
Sorry.
This is what happens. Glume and I start talking and we go off the rails.
So Gloom takes another swig of the milk, and he's like, "I don't know. We've got to. I think we got to figure this out. And then what? Then what?
I don't know. We just one day at a time, I guess. I don't know.
All right, take it easy, Schneider. It is they clog machinery and don't have predators. to
I
keep
pull a
them up.
Marlboro Red out of. Oh,
It feels like we've
no,
exhausted
I'm not
every
gonna do
single
that.
question we could have come up with though
this
before
isn't the
this.
time. This isn't the time to smoke.
We
a
just
pipe.
need to get there and see what the damage is.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna turn in, see what the fuck's
think-
going.
I think it's the thing to do. And then for a minute, you have Czars come up, and he's got a tray in his hand. He's like, "Hey guys, you guys want to try some fresh zebra mussels? They just plucked from the freezer downstairs. They're on the half shell. If you want to try some zebra mussels, they're
Sure.
delicious."
You're the best czars, and I slurp two of them down,
Slurps two of them down. You immediately get a hard on.
and I'm going downstairs. I'm going to bed, guys. I need to do something with this, and I point at my hard on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to the bed as well. I gotta
Alright.
go deal with my kid.
You
He
gotta-
just
your
got
kid.
up there, so I gotta
Okay,
go put him
cool.
right there. Be
All
right
right,
back.
do what you got to do. We'll
right,
we'll
go ahead.
stall for a few more
No
minutes. Go do what you got to do.
Okay.
Laura. I know what that's like. I'm lucky right now. Okay, so you go to bed. Gloom pours one more drink and he takes a shot of it and he stumbles in and lays on the cot too, and then you guys all pass out and you sleep through the night and wake up and Zars is there and you could smell like something cooking out in the other room. You could smell it wafting under the door as you're sleeping, and it smells quite appetizing to you. You go out to Czar's on his little stove area, grilling up some bacon and some kind of egg type situation and some toast, and he plops a couple metal plates down on the bar, and he's like, "Well, I thought you guys would need a good meal before you head out, and I don't know, we don't get too many people here. I'm just so happy to see familiar, friendly faces."
Thanks, Oz. You're the best.
And he's got two spatulas in his hand, and then he's also like got a bowl and a whisk in another hand, and he's just a flurry of motion as he whips up some breakfast for you guys.
That's awesome. Thank you, Oz. I don't know. Hopefully I could repay you by being able to do something about all this shit.
Eat my grits, man. Fucking long shot. Love mom. He's doing Alice jokes, and he got
Fucking
the one day
Alice,
at a time.
man. He went from one day at a time to Alice.
He's great, dude. There's a new girl in town. I mean, dude, she sang her own theme song. I think that's just so pompous. I don't know. That bugs me.
Who sang?
You can't sing. The I don't remember her name. The main character who played Alice sang the Alice theme song.
Really that was her voice? Didn't sound like
Oh,
her.
absolutely. It was
Well,
so
sure?
yeah. It was so burlesque, sultry. It was fucking over the top, dude. It was ridiculous.
I had no idea. Learn something new every day.
I was offended by it.
Okay, sorry.
But
Wouldn't
he
be.
whips up some breakfast, and Meecho's the first one up. He gets up, he ties his hair back in a ponytail, and he sashays to the
I'm
bar
not a
to
fucking
get some
ponytail
breakfast.
guy. Don't mess with my dude, man. Leave my hair to me. I'm not gonna do that with not in post-apocalyptic
All right.
era.
There's no ponytails. Okay.
Nope, not in
Top knot, man bun.
No, it's not that. It's not long. It's not that length. It's like shoulder length.
Oh, okay. Just shoulder length.
It's just kind of like like here. It's like flowing.
kind of like business casual.
No, it's just always. It's always in my face. My long flowing hair.
All right. So he drops a metal plate on the bar in front of you, and there's some kind of bacon, some eggs, and a couple of pieces of bread with some butter on it.
Nice. You don't eat like this every day during the post-apocalyptic gamma world that you eat bread with actual butter.
Now those are
Did
maggot
you churn
eggs.
this yourself? What?
That's maggot eggs, and
Oh,
those are spry bacon, and the toast is made from my wife's yeast that she generates.
but to me, it's just all bacon.
Yeah, it's good.
Fly yeast or whatever. It doesn't
Well,
matter. To
Bacon's
me,
good. Yeah.
I don't even know
Doesn't
what that
matter.
is, but
Yeah.
it's good.
He says, Longshot says, "Do you keep your hair in a Princess Leia
No,
bun?"
I do not. No. And if it was, there are some dudes who do that. I've seen it, but no, Princess Leia buns are
Leia
easy.
bun? You've seen
No, not
You've
Princess
seen
Leia
guys
buns.
with a Princess Leia
No,
bun?
no, I've seen guys without a bun, not a Princess Leia bun.
Oh, bun, yes, yeah, of course. Usually, like a dude
That would
with
be
his hair in a
hilarious if we
bun-
saw a guy with Princess Leia. It'd be hilarious if you saw anybody with Princess Leia buns who wasn't Princess Leia.
No, a guy with his hair in a bun his name is like Lake or
Lake.
Yeah, he's
Blake.
got an earthy name, like Schmegma or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, Longshot doesn't like that I'm
Stop hamming.
hamming up the jokes.
Yes.
We're stalling because Josh's kid woke up. So
Oh, you know what? He's frozen in the video. He looks like he's back, but he's not. Wait, let me show you the
Is he
actual
frozen?
current view.
Shit. No, I don't see him for. I don't.
Yeah,
see
he
him
was
in,
frozen, like he was still there. So you must be wondering what we're doing, talking about eggs.
Oh yeah, shit. It does. It does look like he's still there.
Yeah, there it goes. That's the actual view. That's where we're looking at his empty chair.
Wait, is he back? He's
There
back.
you go.
That was the
On
that
cue.
was the sigh of a father whose kid won't stay the fucking bed.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's the sound, all right. He's 4 now, and it's like it's gotten worse. He's not better.
Yeah.
He's sleeping less now, not more.
Well, let me tell you, Josh. I hate to say it, but it lasts to like I think about my kid's almost 8, and he's still kind of doing it a little bit. It's gotten better, but it's still I still get the midnight visits, you know. And he sleeps. Yes, he sleeps with his older brother too, and he still comes out of the bed. I'm like, why? You're not alone. Why are you fucking with me?
Yeah. And he's got his older sister, and no, it's his older sister passed out completely. We go into the room 4 times a night for this kid. Older sister never wakes up. Never ever wakes up. She's dead to the world.
I love that.
But
age. I remember how good I slept. You remember how good you slept when you were like 11, 12 years old?
No,
Yeah.
I could sleep like
it's
10
pretty
freaking hours. Easy.
I remember being really bad with my parents. I was one of those kids who was up all night with my parents too. But
Oh, you were?
I had a certain age where, like, after that age, it was just like sleep city, right?
Yeah, as you get to an age where you get past that, and then all of a sudden it's just like, I'm just going to sleep.
Yeah, you ever
It's
come
like
home when you were
sleep,
16
play video
and you
games
laid
and
on the
sleep.
couch
Like, that was
and you
like-
woke up and it was nighttime and you were like, what the fuck just happened? I just time traveled.
Yeah. That's happened to me a couple of times too. You wake up, it's still dark, and thinking it's the same night.
Yeah, you're like, what? Yeah, you wake up and it's like Dr. Emmett Brown's like, Marty, we have to go back. Your kids, Marty. You're like,
It's
what,
like,
Your kids, Marty.
We gotta
what
go.
the fuck?
It's still dark. I got to go back to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. Is
You
it
find
today?
out, no,
Is it
it's
tomorrow?
8:00 at night. You didn't eat dinner. It's like,
We have to kill Julius Caesar, Marty. Get a gun, a knife, and some trash bags. We're going back. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
I have a lot of
sure.
money. I love a
We're off
lot
the
of
rails
money to
again.
different people, Marty.
Marty, we need to disappear some motherfuckers. Get some duct tape, an extension cord, and some trash bags. Like, okay,
We're
let's go
going.
do it,
Long
mother-
shot said we're going. We
A
don't
shovel
need
and
beds.
some lye.
Yeah. We'll go to Ace Auto Parts and buy some trash cans and lye. We can dissolve some bodies. Anyways, we're way off the rails, but yeah, it's getting late. So Meecho is sitting at the bar with breakfast in front of him. Mr. Mallory, you're laying in your cot and you can smell, something delicious tickling your nose as you sleep, and it pulls you out of your slumber, and you start to wake up to hearing, some talking outside the door. And Glume is snoring loudly in the cot across from you, and Meecho is not in his cot anymore.
So in the middle of the night, Meecho's gone out.
No, it's the morning now. You guys slept.
Oh, okay, okay.
We let everybody sleep.
We slept and ate
Yeah,
breakfast.
so
we all
I
slept
get
and
up,
ate
I
breakfast.
get myself together.
Yeah, and so yeah, I guess that's your breakfast at this point.
Yep. So you come out and Micho's eating. He's finishing up his breakfast. He got a cup of coffee, and Czars is there spinning 2 spatulas in two of his 4 hands, and then he's got a bowl and a whisk, and I'm gonna make you a fresh batch of eggs, and he's got a skillet in front of him and preparing some breakfast for you. And
Spider goat eggs.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Maggot larva. But yeah, whatever we got. I mean, it's not affected by the pollution, so it's clean.
Do they cause any kind of hallucinations?
Well, I mean, not not intense. They're like low grade.
Maybe I should stick to these 700-year-old ration packs.
Okay.
I kind of like open one up, pour some
You
water
look
in
at
it.
Micho's plate and it's completely empty. He's kind of like looks sideways, like hallucinations. As you pull open a ration.
This is the best breakfast I've ever had.
So good.
I don't know. You're missing out, dude.
You're missing.
I wipe off the side of my face and put it in my mouth.
I don't have the stomach for it.
Okay. So Meecho, you're as you're eating, and you're finishing and you're drinking your coffee, Glume comes up next to you and he's got a huge pile of eggs. He just starts shoveling them in, because he doesn't care either. And Mallory's leaning against the wall eating a ration pack, and you guys finish up. Zars is like, I'll pack you guys up some food. I want to make sure you're okay. He's like totally doting over you guys, like really excited to have somebody that he can help out. And he packs a couple of little handkerchiefs wrapped around some food, and he hands it to each of you. This is some fresh stuff, and then here's some rations, and he stocks you guys up, and the door slides open, and in walks Constable Wayne and his 4 dickheads. The pink-haired Mohawk guy is not there, and they all have masks on, and they're like, okay, are we ready to go? We got the trucks outside. We're ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm ready. You guys ready?
All right. I'm ready.
I asked Zars one thing.
Yeah.
After he spent some time doting on us there and helping us kind of get it repacked. I asked if he has any kind of supplies of chlorine.
Chlorine?
Yeah. And that kind of describe what it looks like.
High or low for favorable results?
High.
All right. He's like, well, I have some big chlorine. I think it's chlorine tablets. Hold on a second. And he flicks that ladder open behind the bar and chunk, and he slides down it, and he comes back a few minutes later with a Ziploc bag filled with 4 big round chlorine tablets.
You mind if we take these with us?
No, I mean, not at all. We use it for some water purification stuff, but we got another system.
These might prove useful. What's the quantity of water for each tablet?
Several hundred gallons per tablet, and you have 4, so you could probably do 400 or 500 gallons for the 4
Very
tablets.
Nice. Okay, good. Very nice. So I pocket those. I'll say 4 or 5 tablets.
Jeez, that's good. I wouldn't have never asked for that.
All right.
It just popped into my head. I don't know. Just
all right. Wow. I mean,
he had a storeroom of stuff. Who knows? You might have that stuff.
All right. So Glume scrapes the last of the stuff off the plate, and he drops it down, shoves a piece of bread in his mouth, and pulls his rifle over his shoulder, and like, all right, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right. So you walk out the door, and outside the door, you see the 2 trucks. One of the guys jumps in the driver's seat of one truck. All of the other Constable Wayne guys pile into the other truck, and I guess we're to assume that the truck with the driver is ours. So we hop in the back. The trucks start up and pull out the gate, and they turn north, headed towards Super Adventure Funland. And I think that's where we probably should stop for the night, right? Nick, I'm reading that right. I'm reading.
Yeah, I mean, like 12:30. I figure, yeah, but I don't. I don't know.
It's about 2 hours and 40 minutes is about what we.
If we went to 12:30, I don't know where we'd be. We'd be like there and just in the middle of it. Wouldn't be maybe it's good of a place to stop.
I don't think you'd get far enough into it to be satisfied. I don't think anyway. So better that we're heading there, and that's the next episode. So,
all right.
And Longshot says 53 minutes before he turns into a pumpkin. And he says the Ides of March are also upon us, which is so true, Mark. It really has been a long winter.
2 days, right? The Ides of March are the 15th, right?
Is that the official Ides of March? Okay. All right.
I think. I'm not
That's Monday, though. Monday is a bad day for me.
Wednesday is St. Patrick's Day, right? Is that what the green hat's about?
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm wearing the Kelly green hat, because it's St. Patrick's Day. I had to.
St. Patty's.
St. Patty's Day. The fucking Xander. Fucking A. What a shame that I couldn't play Xander with you, mate. Anyways.
It'll come. It'll come for sure.
No, it will happen. No, I totally want to do it because I was so excited
that campaign, about it. That campaign is 3 years old, so I'm not in any hurry. I'm not in any rush. It's moving kind of at its own pace, and it'll probably, and they're in the middle of starting Act 3 of the campaign, so they got a ways to go before it closes out.
No, I want to get in the game. I just unfortunately I'm concerned with baseball season. It's hard enough for Nick and I. We coach together, and I think we're coaching together again.
Yes.
And then a whole nother team with the 50-70 team. It's totally different. So
yeah, I mean the Thursday night slot there is not easily accessible. If you have kids, most likely those nights are taken up by extracurricular activities, right? It's just the nature of it. So it's just a bad time slot.
What's the bad time slot? Thursday? What?
Yeah, I'm trying to host a game on Roll20 on Thursday nights for 3 hours, and it's just a really shitty time slot, but it's like the only time slot we have left available to us. Fridays are just completely booked now. Saturdays don't work for most part. And then there's like every other day of the week. No one wants to play D&D on a Tuesday night.
No.
You know, like it's doable. It's just not, it's just not great. So what we ended up with was Thursday night, and that's still not like ideal. It'll work most weeks, but a lot of weeks it won't work because of extracurricular activities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you're moving from Fridays to Thursdays, starting when?
So it was on Fridays last year before the corona and before this show. And then when this show took over, it gave me something to do on Friday nights instead of the game that I couldn't have anymore because of corona. So I'm the DM. I spent a long time wondering what the fuck do I do with this game? We can't play in our kitchen anymore, but I don't want this game to die. We've been playing it for 2 years. It's a 3-year-old Gamma World game with a very large story arc. I don't want it to die, but I've been reticent to like bring it onto Roll20 for different reasons. Until this year finally came around after Christmas, and I got fed up, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna bring the game onto Roll20. I don't know when the lockdowns are gonna end now, so I might as well just do it, get a new account, and I'll put it on Roll20, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm almost pretty much done. Like my maps are on Roll20 now. I just have to, my macros are in there. I just have to like put my NPCs in there, and get the rest of the story going. But the problem is just now my Friday night time slot that I used to have a lock on because we had nothing else going on back then has been taken up with their hobbies, this show being one of them. And I don't want to lose this show. So like that's now the time slot is gone, right? So it's just, we used to have this time slot, we don't have it anymore. So the ulterior was the Thursday night. It's just not a great option, but it's the only one I have left, so. The problem is you're not the only one who's got extracurricular activities on Thursday night. Everyone has them.
Yeah,
if there's going to be like an AA
random,
meeting or something, it's going to be on a Tuesday or a Thursday night. Like there's just so much stuff that it's just the most opportune days for D&D playing really is Friday nights or Saturday nights or Sunday.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I see a lot of games going over the weekend, and not so many during the week. Thursday is like, well, I mean, look, when you were younger, Thursday was like, it's the fucking day before Friday. It's like
when we had nothing fucking to do, that was one thing. But now we're all fucking married with kids. Like we all have shit to do now. Thursday it's not happening, So it's like,
I mean, and
I'll
it
run
could
it
be
for however long I can, but I don't know if I'll be able to run it for long on that time.
It could be great for like 80% of my Thursdays. It just could be that one Thursday. It's like, So Mark asked, "Is there
baseball?
a way to do
there's constant
West
games on
Marches
Thursdays.
style Gamma World game, Josh? What does that mean? West Marches style. Does that make sense to you, Josh?
West Marches style.
What is he talking about there?
Whoa, Bundy! I do like the Whoa, Bundy. Whoa, Bundy!
Oh, Jesus, that's a fucking Married with Children reference.
Yeah, that's a callback. That's for
Longshot's like in a WandaVision spiral since it ended. He's kind of in a WandaVision spiral, I think.
But West Marches style. What's West Marches style?
Well, Mark put a whole thing about the Ides of March, which is related to, obviously, as Nick pointed out, the 15th of March. It was marked by several religious observances and was notable for the Romans as a deadline for setting debts. It became notorious as the date that Julius Caesar was killed, right? Beware the Ides of March. That was a whole Shakespeare thing, right? Which made the Ides of March a turning point in the Roman history. Kind of a drop in hex crawl style.
Yeah, and because I kind of get like what he's talking about is basically one shots. Is basically setting up games impromptu, but that are just very small and that have a very clear. Our game is a long-term game with an overarching storyline. So we're going from part A to part B to part C to part D to part Z to part Q to part whatever. Yeah. It's not something that's going to get resolved in one game. But a one-shot is like the game starts, there's a middle, and then there's an end, all in 4 hours or 5 hours.
That's
the problem
tough.
with those one-shots is it's tough to do in 3 hours.
Yeah.
A lot of times when people talk about those one-shots, they're still playing 8-hour games. They're still like getting together for a whole Saturday to do this stuff. When you have 2.5 to 3 hours on a Friday night, man, even those one-shots, they're really kind of complicated to pull off because you have to make sure your players don't get bogged down in the dialogue when dialogue's not needed. Like for us tonight, we sat down and we tried to figure things out. That might have been needed for us. We had the time to be able to do that kind of thinking. That thinking might have actually helped us down the line that we don't know yet. Just putting some forethought into our plans might have been beneficial for us down the line. In a one-shot adventure, you don't have time for that. There's the castle, the dungeon's underneath that castle. There's the kidnappees are inside that dungeon. We just got to go. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Don't ask the bartender. The bartender doesn't know shit about anything, right? Just go to the castle, do the mission, and then that's it. It's like that's great for certain things, but a long campaign is, that's not how that works.
Well, it's hard to jump. It's hard to jump in and out, Even when I think about Xander, he could probably jump in and out from time to time and may even benefit from that, but it just wouldn't be. It's hard, and even when we talked about the Mallory one shot, I'm thinking about the Mallory one shot being several, 6 or 8 days to do a one shot, not. Because I think you want a cohesive story. Yeah,
I mean, to cover all that lore in 2 hours, like you're asking a lot.
Yeah, and it's hard to because I've had to do it, write somebody out who couldn't make it. I think that was a big thing that I talked to Nick about before we brought you in, or we talked about Mark too. Was the problem is the more people we invite, if somebody can't make it, it becomes harder. It becomes catastrophic, right? If they're a big part of the game, and so you can't just write them out. Like my friends would do it sometimes. Well, he's drunk, or hey, he's asleep, or I've heard it on shows, but it's tricky. Yeah.
And I still do it too. Like for my actual games, we'll have players who'll come in who are able to play for 6 months, 9 months, and then suddenly an obligation comes out and they're not able to play anymore. Well, and the way I handle that as the DM is there's always friendly lands. Wherever they're traveling, there's usually a town or two that's going to be friendly towards the players, right? And what I end up doing is I end up leaving their NPCs there. Like if you have a player that was with the group for a long period of time, but then suddenly can't join, he's just at that town. He's waiting to be picked up again. He's not dead. He's not, he hasn't disappeared from the story, but he's just not with the players. And that way it gives that player kind of faith that his character can be brought back in if he decides to rejoin the game. It's as if nothing happened. And like, that's great for most players. Most players are happy with that. Just knowing that their players can rejoin anytime, that's usually fair enough. But yeah, it's kind of tricky for podcasts though, because you have recurring characters. You kind of want the players to be involved with the podcast. So when this podcast got started and I got involved with you guys, I wanted to make sure my Fridays were available. And with the COVID, they were totally available because my game wasn't online back then. We all ended up with suddenly nothing to do on Friday nights.
Yeah.
So this game was a perfect kind of fix for that. And even if things go back to normal, I don't want to lose this game now because this podcast is pretty amazing. You know,
We have fun. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
we're having a lot of fun. Exactly. So I have to come up with ulterior arrangements to try to make my other game work. So that's all there is to it.
Mark has posted another paragraph. Many hex crawls like sprinkling in town adventures like lots of villages and that sort of thing, but West Marches isn't really like that. There's the town, which is safe but boring, and the wilderness, which is dangerous but exciting. It's kind of like being at Hogwarts and going
Okay,
into the
so
places that are out of bounds, right? Yeah.
that's what you mean by West Marches. You're talking about Forgotten Realms, right? You're talking about the Silver Marches.
No, I mean if you're town based, it's easy to write somebody out because you just don't. They're just not available that day, right? You just don't.
Yeah.
Right. As long as you're not in a fucking dungeon or in a fucking battle or in a whatever. Yeah. But no,
And like
it can be done.
the Silver Marches in just to give some context to that reference, the Silver Marches in Forgotten Realms are kind of like a middle ground. A lot of 5th edition D&D right now is being based around that geographic area in Forgotten Realms. And the Silver Marches were kind of like an adventurer's gateway where there was like 9 towns in the Silver Marches, something like that, all kind of like beating back the wilderness. And from any one of those 9 towns, adventure was basically waiting at the border. You know, you'd pick up a quest and you just go out and do it. The quest would take you into the mountains, it would take you into the dungeons, it would take you here or there. But the Silver Marshes was always like these places where you can go back to and at least find respite. So like it's a great place to just leave NPCs, you know, like, oh yeah, Derek, the barbarian who fucking helped us on that quest. We remember that guy. Do we need a barbarian tonight in tonight's game? Yeah, sure, okay, let's bring him along. You know, otherwise just leave him there. You know, that's what I did with a lot of my Gamma World games because I had players coming in, players coming out. So I designed a setting where there was a bunch of different towns, a lot like yours, so that if we needed to leave people behind, we could, and then pick them up later on. You know,
That makes sense.
just different
GMing
arrangements
must be
come
hard.
in.
You know, as I look at it, it's like it can't be easy.
Well, it's the more people, it's tricky. It really is. So
Yeah, especially with scheduling. It's just the more people you involve, for sure, the scheduling issues pile up. The thing is the Friday night sweet spot. I call it the sweet spot. Sci-fi Fry or post-apocalyptic Friday. There's something about Friday nights where people don't seem to mind playing D&D, so it's very open for D&D games. But some of my hardcore players, their Friday nights and Saturday nights are booked for like the next year, you know, like they have stuff.
yeah.
So we can't even go back to those old time spots anymore because like that player's gone now. He doesn't have that spot available to him anymore. So
No, but I'm game. Like I said, once we get to like May, June, I'll be game again. So we'll find a way to, especially during the summer, I got a lot more time. So
well, that's fantastic news to me then, because like I said, it's our campaign's not going anywhere, and I'm starting it up. I think it's really going to start in earnest now in April, but that means by the time June comes, you know, they're going to be in the swing of things. They're going to be in the middle of it, and come June, so it's going to be a perfect time for another player to come in.
Yep, and I'll share the character with you because I'm close. So once I get it done, probably maybe this weekend, I'll share it with you so you can give me your feedback. But I was excited about it. Like I was workshopping it. And I was like, I got to find something I'm excited about. But I think he might be something that could. I mean, he's a troublemaker, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. You've seen these rules now up close and personal, so you know the kind of the different kinds of character builds you can play around with, right? So
yeah, no, it's I'm excited, so we'll see to play. So all right, so Nick, I think you're fading on us, dude. You look like your eyeballs right in that microphone.
I'm doodling.
And you're too shy to just go shut the fuck up.
I'm doodling on a piece of paper.
You're doodling.
And usually
comes like shit.
22 years, 171 characters and NPCs.
Oh shit.
That's a huge fucking session.
I should count how many characters and NPCs I have. I'm trying to fucking catch up with George R.R. Martin. I want to have like the most NPCs ever. So
a cast of thousands.
That's a cast of thousands. Well, fuck manually fucking 22 years? This robot right in front of you.
Holy shit.
I think your pervy Brando is the most out there Gamma World character I've met so far.
I don't even know where it came from, but whatever.
And, like,
22 years,
you
8
really
adventures.
should just
That's nuts.
assume the Brando form when he did Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, so there's this little monkey boy that I take and I throw fuck him in the other room.
That was a fucking
for
weird
while.
movie, man.
And
But he was his most
Fool the Monkey
dysfunctional.
Man likes it though. He's asking for it. You see the way he comes traipsing through the room? He's asking for it.
I've heard so many stories about that movie. And how he would just like they would have a shoot and he would just not show up.
Yeah.
It was all of his lines, and
He's
he'd
a
just
pain.
not be
Because
there.
he's Brando. He can be a pain in the ass. So he's gonna be.
He's like, I will have 4,000 red M&Ms on my island.
He's a fucking pain in the balls, dude.
I'm not doing this movie unless I have a small monkey child
Yeah, I
following
need
me
Fool the
around.
Monkey Man that I can throat fuck at my discretion.
Nick is going his show. He's like, my show that I designed is fucking falling apart because they're talking about Brando fucking some mutant monkey kid
I have the Rocky
on
script
live
behind
on
me.
Twitch.
Yeah. I mean, the Brando from Island of Dr. Moreau is definitely something that's Gamma World worthy.
I don't know why I don't know where it came from.
He's kind of half Tony Soprano and he's kind of half Marlon Brando.
So, anyways, it's Mark say it's fucking messed up. All right. So,
All right,
so
fellas.
Nick, you got to call it, dude. You can't be quiet over there. You got to call it. This is not, you got to call. I see.
No,
I
I'm
see.
just,
you
I'm listening.
struggling.
I'm just listening.
I'm just. But are you enjoying it? Are you listening?
No, yeah, I am enjoying it. I can't believe they have a 22-year game. I mean, you know me, I get tired, but that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying it.
I know. I don't ever doubt you, Meecho. Come here, give me a kiss. Come here.
I mean, only
Getting
8
weird.
adventures for 20 years. That's still 8 adventures in 22 years. Like, to me, that's an accomplishment. It's not something like you used to like describe how little you guys achieved. In 22 years, you guys did 8 adventures. Like we've spent 3 years on my adventure. They're not even halfway done yet. Like it's just sometimes these things take a long time. If you guys achieved anything in 22 years, that's an achievement in and of itself. 8 adventures, man, put 8 notches on your belt for sure.
Oh no! You mean adventures? I took
Long
adventures completely
I think,
differently.
yeah, I'm talking about long shot. He says 4
No,
years.
I know he's
of
talking about
actual
long
game
shot.
time.
No, but I'm saying
only 8 adventures for 22 years.
right.
And
No,
this is like,
but the 8 adventures, I thought like we're going on an adventure right now to plug this dam.
Yeah.
To me, that's an adventure.
and that-
if
that could be
if you
considered
ran
an adventure.
8 of those for 22 years, that means that one adventure has so.
He says 4 years of actual game time, right? So in game, the characters only aged 4 years.
Oh, I
In
see.
those 4 years, they had 8 adventures. So, like, let's say the adventure, let's say we're playing a 007 spy game, and your adventure is to go to Russia and steal a KGB listening fucking device.
Right.
Well, when that fucking adventure is done, when that device is stolen and you're back home and everyone's popping open wine bottles and shit
That's
like
an
that,
adventure, right?
that's when the adventure is over, right? So, like, all the shit that we did to do that, that's an adventure. Now, like, let's say we're about to clear all this gunk from. Is this an adventure or is this a side quest to an adventure? Because, like, that's what I'm trying to understand here. Is this the adventure or is this just a stepping stone or a side quest to the grander adventure? Because it kind of feels like a side quest.
The difference might be is that back in the day, and I love what Longshot's saying about Buckaroo Banzai, which, by the way, John Lithgow in Buckaroo Banzai was fucking just brilliant. Anyways, but
I love that movie too. Yeah, Buckaroo Banzai.
It's just
and also the other one too, Six String Samurai. If you guys can check that movie out, Six String Samurai is a lot like Buckaroo Banzai. Really
but
fun
I mean,
movie.
some of these campaigns go from level. I mean, I think that's the point. If you said he said 8 adventures, I mean, if you played Expedition to Barrier Peaks, that could take like multiple. Like Keep on the Borderlands could take like multiple
20 sessions. 20,
Yeah,
30 sessions easily.
It might have been more
Like-
defined back in the day, right? As opposed to now, things are kind of open ended, right? I mean, I'm not running modules. I'm running whatever, So, I mean, it's kind of open ended. So, what's the side quest and what isn't? I mean, what's Meecho's overarching agenda? I planted this seed. I'm happy that you guys came back to it, and I'm happy that Meecho came back to it quick. I'm excited. Mark picked up on all that shit. Everybody seemed to pick up like, this is something you're going to want to come back and you're going to have to do something. So it's good that it came to fruition now. Later I got to advance time and make things worse, right? So it's different because it's one giant, painting with all these different pieces to it, and it's not so.
It works really well for the now too, because it really does seem like Meecho needed an adventure now. Like, he went searching for his mom, found his mom gets killed. Okay, what now? Seek revenge? What else? Right? And now you find yourself in this mess where you're reconciling your own past deeds. And it's like, is this the adventure, or is this a stepping stone to a greater adventure? And it's like, all of it is just, it's still relevant. Even if it's almost like it's still very relevant.
He's almost like going through the 12 steps, right? He's like going back through whatever his little life was since he became free and kind of reconciling. It all makes sense. I love that that's where Nick wanted to go, so it makes sense. Mark has a campaign book called City of Brass that's like 600 pages in length. Okay. All right, that's
a hefty campaign.
A lot of game.
That's a lot. It is a lot of game. I don't even know. But I don't know. So we should watch Buckaroo Banzai as a watch along. I want to tell everybody I watched T2 with my oldest, and it holds up. Terminator 2 really.
Terminator is an awesome movie, man.
It was so good, Nick. It was just so well done. I completely agree. It was just good. I'm like, holy shit. And my kid was like, this is so good, Dad.
They still talk about
come with me if you want to live.
I'm a big fan of genre filmmaking, and I followed courses in college for genre filmmaking and stuff like that. And there's this guy on YouTube called Collative Learning, and he just extrapolates stuff about movies. And he does like this huge web series about Terminator 2. And he goes into depths about how the T-1000 in Terminator 2 is the Terminator that even Skynet is afraid of. That with the T-1000, they actually had created a Terminator that even they were afraid of. Because if you notice really closely during that movie, Robert Patrick and T-1000, he displays emotions in that movie that the Terminators should not be allowed to display. Almost like he's relishing it, like the chase, the hunt, all this stuff. Like, there's no reason for him to mimic the kid's parents' voice, but he does, even after he kills him. And he kills him only because he seems to hate him. And like the T-1000 is just displaying some weird fucking emotion. And he builds this huge kind of conversation around how Cameron was able to build a villain even more scary than actually Skynet itself. Like, Skynet is bad, but this T-1000 is even more psychotic.
Yeah.
And the power of that villain made that movie way more palatable than just, oh yeah, there's a villain, it's part of the network, you can't stop it. It's going to land nukes. Like, even after the nukes fall, the T-1000 is still the scariest thing about that movie.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Very, very,
so
very cool.
I don't know. We can go to the Discord. If anybody wants to go to the Discord and bullshit about movies, I'll go to the Discord. I'm good. We'll let Nick. We'll give him Nick some mercy. I just see his look in his face like, shut up, guys.
I don't know. I had a ton of energy when I first sat down.
No, it's a long day for you. I'm showing you. It's late for you. So I'll go to the Discord if anybody's interested. We'll go to the Discord. We can bullshit a little bit. If anybody in the chat wants me to post it, let me know. Long shot, if you want to come, I'll post it for you. You're more than welcome.
You should post a link to the Discord, or something like that.
No, I can do it. You're part of the family, a long shot. So let me know. If not, you don't want to come, you don't have to come.
So post The Discord server should probably be like in our channel.
Yeah.
Info.
You can set up public channels within the Discord so that if you invite new members, they get kind of shunted over to that public space. You can pin messages there so that new members automatically see what the rules of the chat are.
Yep.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, we should post that.
I'm gonna open the Discord. Hopefully, it doesn't fuck up everything else. But if anybody wants to come, Mark, obviously you're welcome. And I think I may have found with many cams a way that I can do a watch along and show like a picture in picture on my shit. So we'll see if we can work through some of that too. But I'll let Nick end the show as the host with the most.
Yep. The host
and go to bed.
You're gonna go watch a movie right now? See, I would.
No,
I
we're
would.
not gonna,
I would
no, we're not
definitely.
watching.
Someone's got to do a
I
sign-off.
would definitely sit through movies.
We're just saying you sign off, and then we're going to go to Discord, and we're going to talk about our petty little shit, Nick.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. All right, fellas.
And drink
everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us live on Twitch. Thanks for telling a friend and rating us and listening to the podcast and all that good stuff. doomsdaydoopydoo at gmail.com if you want to drop us an email. doomsdaydoopydoo.com is the website, and we are live on Twitch every other Friday, so come check us out. And you can see the backlog shows on YouTube, and that's it. I don't know, smash subscribe or something, or follow,
like
whatever
us,
they're doing.
or
Follow,
rate us, whatever. I don't
something.
know. Let's do a channel raid.
Come hang out with us.
Yeah, do the channel raid. The full catalog too is doomsdaydoopydoo.com. You'll find all the previous.
Yeah, everything's there. Yep, yeah, everything's there. It's good. That's if you had to pick a place to go, that's where I would go to start.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but yeah, if you guys do want to get together for a movie,
No, we should plan that. I still think we should watch Escape from New York. I think that would be really the best.
Oh man, yeah, the director's cut of Escape from New York is just fucking so epic.
What is this? Oh,
what? What are you saying?
Can I get the
director's
N-word?
cut of Escape
from
New
York?
An automod on the N-word from MVP,
Who's MVP
Josh
24? Can I get the N-word pass? What does that mean?
I don't know. He's looking to be allowed to say the N-word. But anyway,
well, I mean, nobody gets that pass.
I don't.
G-Mark said, "Let's do that sometime."
But I can't give that pass.
What's up with you, G-Mark? What are you talking about?
Who? Who is it? Who is that?
I don't know.
I don't know who MVP Josh 24 is.
I thought it was you, Josh.
I thought it was you too, Josh. Is that you?
It is not I. No.
You sure? I can't. Well, I don't think I'm. First of all, I don't think anyone in this room is authorized
to
say
deny. No, I don't. I don't really want to do that because I can't. I do not have that power.
Even NIG, you can't say.
What?
You blocked the term NIG?
I don't know what he was asking me for.
Oh, okay.
Who?
So
wait,
was that
so was that yes for what? Wait, what are we asking?
I know you were talking about the movie, G-Monk. I was just busting your chops.
What are you asking me for?
That's a new guy. I don't think he's been in the channel.
He hasn't said anything all night, and then he was like, "Ask me for the NIG." I don't know what that means.
No,
yeah,
he's just trolling the chat room. He's busting our balls. Is all he's doing.
The Knights of Knee. That's actually knee. It's knee with an N-I. Knee. It's not knee with a N-Y-E.
It's just
That's New Year's Eve. The Knights of New Year's Eve that's a whole different group of people.
I thought it was knee. I thought it was N-E-I-G-H. Actually,
sing the same song year after year.
He may want the Discord URL. So how do I get the Discord URL? Somebody tell me how to do that in the easy way.
Oh, and go into the server and just.
I'm going into the server. I'm in my server.
There's a link there somewhere to share.
Oh, invite people.
There it is. Invite people.
Oh wait, here it is. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna put the Discord. Sorry about that. I didn't. If you want to talk about Monty Python, that's you're in my shit there. So there you go. That's my Discord. I think that's my Discord. And that's where we'll be.
Cool.
Whomever wants to come, no pressure.
All right.
And let's sign off. What's our sign off? What
Did
do
I
we
stop
say
yet? No, I didn't even
now?
stop yet. What?
Wasabi.
Oh, the wasabi peas, bitches.
I think we had an official sign off.
And then
Well, I guess you could take the sign off I used before. I can never cleanly end the show. It's just not something I'm good
Fungal.
at. Fungal. All right. Yep.
You didn't use that tonight. The whole fangu.
I didn't do it. I didn't hook my phone up, so
Sorry.
I still love it though.
No,
my
it is
kids
pretty
love
funny.
it.
Yeah, I told my whole family about it. It's like
It's catchy. It takes a
we
Family
while.
all
time.
love it.
It
Love it.
Yeah. It's hard to stop doing it. All right.
They asked me, "Where's your soundboard, Dad?" I'm not that cool.
Now you just got to say that thing that resonates. It'll come.
That's it. You heard it here, folks.
All right.
All right.
Night.
Good night.
Peas, bitches.
Thanks
See
for
ya.
tuning in. See ya.